Oh, hello, and welcome to What Are We Talking About with Jamie Jakes. I am him here with Miles, Francis to my left, and also to my left, Kyle, Lammert. They will be joining us on the stream for tonight as we watch the exciting game.
Dude, Easton Stick looks like the son my dad wanted.
Between the Chargers and the Raiders. Easton Stick will start under center. Austin Eckler will be behind him in the I formation. The handoff does go to Eckler, and he's going to skirt around town for a gain of a few yards as my producer runs through the shot. We will have a live scoreboard that I think is currently active here for us on the stream. And we are also going to confirm that you guys can hear us at home. And you can. That's good news. That's absolutely fabulous news. Looks like I definitely uploaded the wrong thumbnail, though. Austin Eckler runs up for a gain of 3 on that run.
Eckler is predicted to be a workhorse tonight with the new quarterback. Everyone thinks it's going to be his game if they're going to have any chance at competing tonight.
Yeah, Eckler's been rather disappointing so far, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily entirely on him. Eckler now to the right-hand side of Easton Stick. Drops back to pass. Throws to the left quickly out of his hands, but quickly broken up. The Raiders defense definitely ready for some short balls. Kind of predictable coming out to start with your, inexperienced quarterback trying to make things as easy as possible. And the Raiders defense is trying to make things as difficult as possible. 49 and 3 in his college career as a quarterback, Miles Francis.
He's also starting with another disadvantage tonight because their number one receiver is listed out as of yesterday. Keenan Allen, being benched for this game. They do get Josh Palmer back.
He's injured with the heel. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do get Josh Palmer back, who's been on IR for the last few weeks, and he was a great asset earlier in the season before he was hurt. But those are some big shoes to fill.
They certainly are. The punt is up in the air. It is going to be called for a fair catch. Oh, he's going to get interfered with. That's going to be a flag. And they're going to get, I think, a 15-yard penalty on that one.
This seems like a big mental error right here. What's going on?
Yeah.
How do you accidentally run into the guy? Like,
par for the course for Chargers special teams.
Not great.
We've seen some bad special teams these last couple of games that we've been here with. What are we talking about? Who was it last week that was trying to get it away? That was who played the Dolphins, the upset?
Titans.
The Titans. The Titans were trying to give away that game on special teams last week, and they still pulled it off.
Aiden O'Connell. Not a great mustache.
Can this guy drive himself to the games?
Yeah, I'm not super excited to watch Aiden O'Connell. But, hey, we got Devontae Adams, so we're going to keep an eye on him, and we're always going to keep an eye on Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack at the top of your screen, Devontae Adams in the bottom of your screen.
I've got Myers and Adams in 2 different fantasy leagues, both in the playoffs. Not excited about it at all.
Handoff goes up the middle. Also, Josh Jacobs out for this game. Gain of 8 on the play from the backup to Josh Jacobs.
This really is a battle of misfit toys sort of situation here in our Christmas theme podcast because both of these teams are down some key players, and it's kind of an interesting matchup for that reason. Las Vegas coming off of an embarrassing game last week against the Minnesota Vikings where they scored a combined 3 points, and it wasn't for them.
Yeah, well, good game for the defense, though. People forget.
I picked him up off waivers.
Either way, White to the left of O'Connell in shotgun. O'Connell drops back to pass. He surveys, got a lot of time. He's going to go deep open, but to the left, and it is broken up rather easily. Good idea, good ball, good placement, but it is broken up by Michael Davis.
Devontae Adams was wide open in the center of the field, though.
Was he?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too focused on him because of the whole fantasy outcome thing, but he looked like he had a lot of room, and he has Devontae Adams. He never really got clear of that defensive back. Like, he was covered the whole time.
Well said, Miles. Aiden hands the ball up the middle to Abdullah this time, and he'll gain a handful of yards on the play. Doing a little bit of producing, changing thumbnails around.
Great work.
Turns out it was just YouTube's fault. We're good.
Kyle, as an actual Chargers fan, how is your community reacting to the Justin Herbert injury?
Well, the sky has fallen.
That's fair. It seems like it.
The season's was over probably even before last week.
What just got thrown? Sorry.
Towel. It was a
Okay.
Yeah, it
towel.
looked like a broken towel.
Abdullah goes out to the left from shotgun, quick out of his hands, and tries to throw another pick towards the direction of
Asante
Devontae Adams. Samuel on a great pass breakup there. Ball was a little bit late. Long ball to ask for your quarterback to throw from the opposite hash mark. Devontae created a little bit of separation, but not much.
Not enough.
Both defensive secondaries have been really playing up front. One of these quarterbacks is going to have to hit a deep ball to get the respect from the defense. Aiden's alone in shotgun now, changing things up at the line. Snap is away, drops back to pass. He stares down his target, Devontae Adams.
Adams does get one.
Little button hook up the middle, trying to find some space, trying to get some rhythm, and it works really well. In the gain of 9, take that every time, right?
Sure. Not quite enough for that first down, though. They are going to have to convert here, which is, more pressure on this young quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting some comments. Dave Jake says, big game. This is a big game. And people forget that both of these teams are still not mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, okay? Abdullah to the left. Snap is away. Handoff is up the middle to Abdullah. He's going to gain the first down.
And that'll get it. Move the markers.
Moving the sticks.
Yeah, honestly, anytime you have a game, arguably we'd much rather see two teams who are 8-5, but two teams that are 5-8 going against each other at this point in the season, that's a fun watch, guys. There's potential for this game to matter big time.
These guys want to win, and these teams are bad enough that either team has, a chance to do it.
Well, and we have storylines. We have storylines
and they're
outside of
bad, but
playoffs.
with
Khalil
great
Mack,
players.
the
They both have
sack
great
leader.
players.
Khalil Mack, the sack leader. Maxx Crosby not too far behind. Inexperienced quarterbacks under center. Handoff goes up to Bolden, and he's going to skirt it out to the right. And he's going to lose a half a yard on the play. Well pursued.
To your point, though, Jamie, that has a lot to do with them not really having to worry about a deep ball right now. They are playing very much rush defense, short pass defense. We're not looking at bombs going down the sideline. They've tried one, and it was covered man-to-man, one-on-one pretty easily.
And both teams arguably have underutilized deep threats in the Chargers and Quentin Johnston and Palmer, for all due respect
Who's
towards
back?
him,
Yeah.
who's back this game. And, of course, Devontae Adams for the Raiders. Snap is away. Quick screen to Renfro.
I think there's
Flag
an
on the play.
offside
That's
defense, maybe?
I think that's going to be holding on the Raiders or potentially offensive pass interference.
That makes more sense with where the flag was thrown, but, man, I saw somebody jump that snap, and it really looked like for a moment that they're going to get called.
Here's the call. All right, here we go. Oh, you're right, Miles. Offsides on DeAndre Carter.
It was a really
Derwin,
nice
sorry.
flag for how long it took to get out there, though, Jamie, because I saw the guy and I was going to bring it up, and then the flag was thrown sort of situation.
Yeah.
Officiating has not been strong this season, even more so than notable in recent seasons. I know there's been some huge blunders throughout the years. But
2 or 3 years ago, it was way worse than it was this season, but definitely not, a top performance out of the ref crew this season either. Not doing great. O'Connell under center, I formation. White gets the play action over the middle. Devontae Adams
Let's
got
break
the
a
room,
tackle. Let's break a tackle.
and it's electric when he gets the ball in space. And we are inside the gold zone.
Yeah, we sure are.
Going
On
back
Thursday night, ball moving. Kyle, what are you thinking?
going back to those referees, what year or what season was the replacement refs where he had a referee strike.
Oh, that would have been.
Was that 2015? Maybe even earlier.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than
It was
that. I was
probably,
going to
yeah,
guess 2008.
Was
I was
that
gonna say
when
2010,
Keanu Reeves came
2012
in
after.
and took over?
No, that's
that
that's the
Falco?
player strike. Yeah,
Yeah.
Footsteps Falco.
I like to think that Keanu would be a very fair and just ref.
Oh, for sure. O'Connell
Gotta have
drops
a
back
code.
fast, throws it quickly out of his hands, and he's quickly covered again. Yeah, these
He got
corners
smothered.
are just sitting on these routes.
Good play by Davis.
Great play by Michael Davis.
Sketch pitch, Jamie. Because we so commonly use words associated with what you do to your hash browns at a Waffle House, I feel like we should be doing commentary at a Waffle House, confusing the hell out of the chef in the back. Like, who's like, what do you guys want on these? He's smothered. He's covered. He's diced.
So is this
He's capped.
is this a sketch you want to do, or
Yeah,
is this a
that's-
live stream you want to do?
Either way. Let's
Had
just
to
go
do both?
harass Waffle House.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I'm in.
IHOP.
I'm in
Yeah,
either
no,
way.
Waffle House. Let's go harass Waffle House.
O'Connell under center in the gold zone. Quick screen. Ooh, bad pass. It was a backward pass. I think that's going to be a fumble loss of 2. And it is. Nope, they're calling it an incomplete pass now. That looked like a backwards pass loss of 2 to me if I'm not. I don't even know who that was intended to. It was
Kyle,
like
what's in your beard, bro?
What is
I just
it?
meant whatever box is
I was like, is there something? Is that why he's doing this?
You've got beaver nuggets in there.
Did you stop?
Bucky Boston.
Did you stop at Bucky's? We're thinking of changing his name to Bucky.
You think so?
No, just kidding. We're thinking of changing his name to Gil Faizan, and that is real.
Wait,
Jacoby
what?
Myers goes in motion.
Yells of approval
O'Connell
in
drops
the
back
distance.
over the middle to Mayer, and he spin moves first down, and it's going to be short of the goal line, but a first down nonetheless.
First and goal with a couple to go.
Great play by Mayer. Rookie out of Notre Dame. It's been pretty good for a rookie. Been outshined by a lot of other rookie tight ends, though, this season. And he finds the zone, which is what you want out of your tight end. That's what Travis Kelce does so well. And he's going to make something happen after the play.
White might get his
Hand
first
up goes up the middle
touchdown,
to
and he
White.
does.
And we have a touchdown here in Las Vegas.
We sure do.
Oh,
he's
boy.
got his dance ready, dude. He's ready for it.
Oh, boy, Alberta. And I'm potentially 12 play, 68 yard, which is almost nice. Just less than nice. 5 minute, 23 second drive. Coach says, good fucking job. Shakes his hand as he walks off the field. Aiden O'Connell, not so great at growing mustaches. Aiden O'Connell, potentially
Good at throwing footballs.
good at throwing footballs.
Yeah.
And more importantly, handing off footballs.
Yeah, that got him a lot. Though let's give him credit where it's due. He had that big play to Devontae, who did get 12 additional yards after the catch. He also got his tight end, who also gave him a couple additional yards after the catch.
Showed great chemistry with those players, too, because
He
those
sure
players ran sort of option routes where they're just trying to find the hole in the zone, and he had good chemistry with those receivers, which is good to see. Snap is away, extra point is up, and extra point is good.
Straight down the middle.
Straight down the pipes, the 5-8 Raiders are currently 7-0 against the 5-8 Chargers.
He's got a whole shuffle going. He did look
That's
back
nice.
as if he expected his teammates to be in a line dance formation with him, and they're like, dog, you ain't there yet. Josh is
You gotta
still our
get-
guy, but
So, Kyle, we're in commercial break, by the way, so we're going to get off track. But as a Chargers fan, what type of fan are you when your team, would you agree, clearly not a Super Bowl contender? Not going to the Super Bowl this year?
I'm here watching them.
You're here watching them. Are you like, boys, let's try and win out. We're 5-8. Let's try and win out to try and make the playoffs, or just like, I just want to see us win. I just want to have fun as a fan. Or are you like, lose as much as possible so we can get an exciting draft pick? Because that's going to be the next exciting thing I'm going to have as a fan.
It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Like,
Right.
give me something worth watching,
Yeah.
but also I want that draft pick.
Yeah. It's
'Cause-
always like, it's almost like at this point of the season when all your hopes are crushed,
Yeah.
it's almost in a way a win-win because you either lose or you get to see your shitty team play up to its potential.
Yeah.
are you the type of fan that if your team has any shot at the playoffs, even if it's a long one, you would rather give them everything? Or if at a certain point you're like, look, this isn't the team, we're not going to get all the way to the gold, do we tank? Because
So it's different with different teams. Not only just different Chargers teams season in and season out. Usually you can take a look at a roster and kind of like look at realistically how good of a team is.
Mhm.
I mean, there's always going to be underdogs that just come up and rise through the ranks. And that's honestly one of the most fun things that you can watch happen is seeing just a huge underdog. Like some of those Giants teams with Eli Manning, just like defensive powerhouses that just will it.
Bengals a few years ago.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, we were hoping the Texans could turn into something like that this year, like where they're just like, not expected much. You get a young quarterback in, or like you said, like develop an elite defense. Like I guess like the Browns, that's your only hope if you're a Browns fan, is you just hope that defense can stay healthy and just dominate through the end of the season and into the playoffs.
For sure.
To make a run with Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco. But yeah, and that's what's so fun about the NFL. Even
our
like
scoreboard's frozen over here, Jamie, if you want to
good.
Good catch.
Is it frozen?
With
Is it
yeah,
not?
it's still showing 6-0.
I showed
Okay.
0-0 is what I'm seeing. Unless I'm just tripping.
There it goes, 7-0.
Boom.
You right, homie. You right. Hey, and that's a producer credit out of Miles Francis.
Hey,
Producer on
someone's
the
got to be a pro around here, dude.
Jeepers Creepers. Could you imagine?
For this Chargers team, there's not much to look forward to here, as far as like how to go forward, being optimistic about this season or what to watch for. I don't know. Hopefully, Quentin Johnston can have maybe a breakout, maybe see something out of him, who's had a largely disappointing first year so far.
Looking ahead at your draft, I have a question, but we'll wait till after this play.
Maxx Crosby top of the screen. Screen pass quickly out of the hands to the receiver. It's caught and it's gained up the field for about 15. Guyton on the catch.
UNT guy.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
Hook.
Is Justin Herbert
UNT.
That's-
North Texas.
Yeah.
Mean Green.
Yeah. You can't spell punt without UNT is what we always chanted.
Oh, Denton's a city in Texas. And then here we are, Kelly in the backfield now. We're going to maybe see a little bit more Josh Kelly today to see if he's got anything in the tank. Easton drops back to pass surveys. He's got a lot of time, but he's going to get pressure up the middle. And more Chargers. Oh, and it's dumped
Nice
off
little
to
dump
Everett.
Yeah.
Woo!
Dude.
And hey, if you're going to go 49-3 in college, you're going to make plays like that in the pros.
Absolutely. That was a good
It's gonna
scramble.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Got
that
out
could
of
have been a sack, and it wasn't.
Looked pretty comfortable.
Kelly sort of.
Well, and he utilized his timing well. Like he knew
Gerald Everett. Terrible name. Not that
not
intimidating.
an NFL name for sure.
If you see his name on the roster, you're like, I'm not very concerned about him. Handoff goes to Josh Kelly, and he gets absolutely
It's
munched
so-
up. Runs directly into the nearest defender. You love to see that out of your young running back. Not that young, but you get it. Inexperienced running
If
back.
my last name were Diablo, I'd definitely legally change it. To
First
LaFleur.
name.
Mhm.
First name. If your last name was Diablo Miles Francis, what would you change your first name to?
Oh, that's an interesting. Honestly, Diablo to
Probably
me
L.
almost feels like I feel like this is a Prince or a like Madonna situation. I don't
that's your
want.
only
I just
name?
want a solo name. Yeah.
So his full name is Divine Diablo.
Oh my God, I was wrong. That's the correct
Wow.
answer.
I was hoping you would say that. Drops back the pass, looks to the right. He gets
Uh-oh.
sacked,
He does
and he
get
fumbles,
sacked
and
on
I think
that
he shoots it
one.
back up.
Looks like he recovers.
But the
That's not what the Raiders are
Divine
saying.
Diablo is pointing in the direction, and it
So
is
does the refs.
Wow.
a first down for the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right. Well, this guy.
Bob Spillane on the strip sack. Up the middle. Oh no, it's not Bob Spillane on the strip sack.
Oof.
It's Kune.
He almost gets it back. Poor guy. All right, so this actually relates to the question: is Justin Herbert your guy? And depending on the answer to that, what is your draft priority to fix this team?
Herbert's absolutely the guy. Chargers seem to have a constant issue keeping both offense and defensive line stocked up and ready. I would also want improvements to the secondary. I mean, honestly,
You know what I would take?
anything but receivers.
You know what I would do to fix this team is get a competent head coach.
It's going to be the first thing.
That would be the first priority.
They're still struggling from the whole scandal from a few years back.
Under center, O'Connell hands the ball off up the middle. He's munched up very quickly.
That's right. This was the team that had like the email leak where I don't remember
That's
what he was
the
fired.
Raiders.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I was thinking the wrong team. My bad.
But they're
Is
also
it Sean McVay on the?
Antonio Pierce.
Oh,
is
I'm
the,
thinking the
yeah,
Rams. See,
yeah.
I'm really bad at this. That's why
And that's-
I'm as bad at this as I am picking the right first name for the last name Diablo.
And that's a big tackle for a loss for Khalil Mack, like we said, is currently first place, 32 years of age. And that's kind of bittersweet as a Chargers fan, I'm sure, to see your 32-year-old player perform so well and have performances. O'Connell throws it back shoulder, sort of, to Devontae. He's asking for a
Devontae's giving a
PI,
performance over here, dude.
and he's
Do you
not
know he
getting
can
it.
act too?
Michael Davis again on the coverage. I'm sure Devontae Adams, if he wants to, could have an excellent acting career when he finally retires from
I
the
bought
NFL.
Taco Bell one night after seeing his commercial. I don't know if it's directly related
That's
to
right.
him, but
That's right.
I absolutely did.
We already love his acting.
Yeah.
We're already fans. I forgot about that. I would never, buy Taco Bell on purpose, but
I don't know,
did
man. That $5 box that they're currently rocking is the truth.
I did like that commercial. Never mind. Aiden O'Connell drops back to pass, throws up over the middle to Meyer again. Michael
Myers getting a
Mayer,
lot of action tonight. Yeah.
Good to see.
Notre Dame.
Liked him a lot there.
I liked him there too. I was pretty excited him coming out of college. There were some fantasy football analysts that had him as their favorite tight end. And like I said, this tight end class has been, it was supposed to be insane, and they were right. Like
Lived up to it.
Laporta, well exceeded. You're not supposed to be good as a tight end. Anyways, drops back to pass, surveys, throws deep over the middle. He's got his man wide open in the end zone. It's caught. Tucker. Touchdown, wide open. Appeared to have Derwin James trailing him. Maybe he thought he had help over top. Maybe, like we said, this Chargers defense was sitting a little bit too far forward on their toes and not giving enough respect to Aiden O'Connell. I think I lost all my bets on that play.
Tucker was the target in that deep drive earlier, that deep attempt earlier that was unsuccessful. But it looks like this guy, these two might have some chemistry worked out already. They seem to trust each other here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He threw that first pass into some pretty tight coverage that he almost had a chance at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say.
He's wide open here, though. Like
He got time, though.
He got time, which is great, but he threw it earlier when he didn't.
That cameraman
That's fair.
has black.
Woo!
They're checking.
He didn't have it. He's going to be out.
Yeah.
He only had 1 foot in bounds. So my bet's still alive.
Your man is still alive.
So that's good news.
do you have?
What a turn of events. I'm not going to talk about it yet, I think.
Okay. You don't want to jinx it?
No, I
I'm
just
gonna
don't want to
guess
talk
that
about
everything
it.
you could possibly guess that has to do with Justin Tucker. Did you put the over-under on this game at 14?
I love that woman's
All
Yeah.
silver?
her top, the silver. So definitely out of bounds.
There's a case to be made for his right foot. When
No.
he gains possession, his right foot is planted.
I think
on
it's
the
the
left
bobble for me that makes me think it's going to be turned around. But it's still going to be Raiders ball, and it's still going to be good field position. Lot going in the Raiders' direction right
Yeah,
now.
but more importantly, my bet's still alive.
And Jamie might not lose $2.
Yeah,
That's the big thing.
it's the Christmas season. I'm so poor right now, you guys.
Yeah, dude.
After
Well, good
buying this
news is
TV, are you out of your
can
mind?
get a bonus here if you gamble with this other company.
Yeah, we could sell this TV. So I do have an asset. Like I own it outright. Like
Right, you're
it's
not even making payments.
There's no liens on it or
That's
anything.
good.
So that's the good news. The bad news is there's a sleep timer on it now. I'm so afraid of like falling asleep with it on because I could run up probably like $20 in a electricity bill overnight.
You could break your bank easy with that. Yeah.
With something like this running overnight.
I kind of get the vibes from your old TV that it's looking over the shoulder in a very jealous manner, like it might be trying to take it out.
A little bit crooked.
Yeah, it's like side eye on them.
Yeah,
you should be afraid.
Well, we're gonna
watch your back.
We're gonna find a new home for her, and
I kind of like the idea for what it's worth of the dual screen. Like I don't know what you're planning or if you're wall mounting or what.
We're gonna wall mount this one, and that's gonna be our primary and only screen. We'll have auxiliary screens that we can put on the floor in front of it or whatever, but it'll be the primary screen. So for NFL Sundays, we'll have quad boxes.
Hear me out.
Okay, maybe you can get Natalie in the room before you pitch anything.
I'll sell this to her after I get you on board. You leave it as is. You add a second TV of that side. We go dual by dual there. You've got tri-screen situation. You could quad box on this with 2 auxiliaries up top. That's 6 games at once, Jamie.
I'm with you.
That's you could multi-sport that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That's never gonna happen.
No, I feel like we could definitely win that battle.
Okay.
You're not really like strongly into staying married, right? No, or together. Like that's not an issue.
Touchdown.
All right.
So they call that possession. I don't think that's a touchdown in any way.
It's that right foot trailing is down when he gains possession.
I think what they called was when he had it like this, he already had possession of it. And he got 2 feet down when he was like this so he was like this, and I think he got 2 feet down, and what the Amazon broadcast did a bad job of showing is what led up to that. So I think he caught it like this, and he got 2 or 3 feet down, and then he re-grabbed it and got 1 foot down, is I think what we saw.
I think we just saw the biggest paint advantage in the NFL. It's not anything to do with like the heat in Miami or anything of that nature. It's the black paint in the end zone with the black cleat. You can't actually tell at any point where it's touching, and therefore it's going to be a lot harder to overturn it. I don't think it's actually touching right there. I think it lifted, but it looks like it's touching because of the illusion of the color.
Terry McCauley saying something.
Look at her face. That's so great. She's terrified, that poor woman.
I would be too.
Especially after that cameraman got his leg
was just about to say he wasn't a cameraman. I think he was like on the sticks or whatever.
That's right.
Something like that. Probably shouldn't have been. Whoops.
Happens.
I'll blame it on Boston.
As you should.
I am due for another drink.
Yeah, I was gonna get one at the end of the next quarter. I feel like that's the move.
Well, I can grab us some right now. I'm gonna go probably get a paper towel or something out of respect.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
For the family. But
can I try one of those winter ales?
Yeah, dude, we'll winter ale it up after this. Yeah.
Sick.
So there's shout out to Costco, by the way. If you don't have a Costco membership, what the fuck are you doing? Or you don't have somebody who's a friend of yours who has a Costco membership, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, if you need a friend with a Costco membership, I got you, dude.
Kick us up in the air, and it's through the end zone. And I assume we're going to go to commercial here, so we're going to talk about Costco as the players run on the field. They have a local IPA selection that is like unrivaled by any convenience store in this neighborhood.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know? I mean, to be fair to convenience stores in my neighborhood, IPA is not very popular.
Yeah, not on lists.
You get it. Kelly behind, not Justin Herbert, as we do not go to commercial after the kickoff. Pitch to him. He's got a little bit of space, but he's going to get munched up pretty quickly. Gain of 5, and the ball's out. And the Raiders.
Wow.
Recover.
Wow.
Remember when I said the sky is falling?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
And it's a double. It stings even more because it's Jerry Tillery. Another former Notre Dame product. Was a first-round pick for the Chargers. Busted it up pretty bad. And then was it kind of a locker room
Where's the ball?
issue?
Well, the problem is his butt's not down.
Yeah.
Because
Still
it's
up.
on the helmet.
That is the problem. Look at the cheerleaders.
I like the black and white Santa cheerleaders costumes.
As I was about to say, the cheerleaders' outfits were great. The black cheerleaders' outfits.
Mm-hmm.
They look spectacular. I love them. White behind his fullback Johnson in I formation. Jacoby Myers goes in motion. Quick handoff. Nope. Plays blown dead. So we do have a backup plan. I do have some in all black. I do have a Professor Snape wig that I can put on, and I could be Professor Snape for the second half.
Sure. Are you going to like magically make this game interesting? Is that the idea?
That's the idea, yeah. That is the exact idea.
Yeah. This does seem like it's going to get real out of hand really quick if at least one side of the ball for the Chargers doesn't start going better, because defensively they're not doing well. Offensively they're not doing well. They're just not doing well.
Trey Tucker, great catch.
If you picked up Tucker on the fantasy wires this week, you're having a hell of a night already.
Well, my dad just bet minus 18.5 Raiders because he had a free boosted bet on this game.
That seems like a pretty safe money bet right there, dude.
So now we have something to cheer for, is what I'm saying.
Over 18.5?
No. Yeah, Raiders minus 18.5.
They have to cover 18.5 points. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And why wouldn't you? White hands the ball or gets the handoff up the middle. He'll gain 4 or 5 on that play. Aiden O'Connell, not a great mustache. Jimmy Garoppolo could grow a great mustache if he needed to.
If he chose to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the option available.
It is 3:29 on the clock. We recommend you sync up with us at home. Turn your broadcast down on low and listen to us.
It's usually a better entertaining than, I don't know who's calling this game tonight, but they can't be that good.
Oh, they're already over it. I'm sure we're doing much better. 3:13, drops back to pass, throws it over the top, and it's caught. Jacoby Myers,
It sure looks
touchdown. Top speed 16.8 miles per hour, pal.
Jamie likes to point out that's not actually that fast, but it's still good to know.
Well, that was pretty fast for that because it was kind of like a double move. But there is a wide variety of top speeds in the NFL. Tyreek Hill, we just watched Hard Knocks. We're catching up on Hard Knocks, in-season Hard Knocks with the Dolphins. Love it, by the way. If you haven't watched it, we'll get a review on this one, and he might be short, but either way, it's a massive catch, and it will lead to eventually Raiders touchdown the way this game is going. It's just confirmed, straight up confirmed.
Yeah. There we go.
And the kick is up and through the uprights.
And first quarter, guys, 21 points.
These Raiders are awesome.
Color me surprised.
Are the Raiders getting good, or are the Chargers just this bad at defense?
Can't it be both?
I mean, to be fair, the Chargers have had some
the fumbles that are...
Yeah, that's been tough.
A 21-0 game in the first quarter definitely takes 2 to tango.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you definitely have to have a lot of suck on the other side of goodness.
Some mess ups and some taking advantage of or cashing in on some...
2 very, very poor fumbles in basically great field position is going to do that every time.
Yep.
And to Jamie's point, of course, you do have to be able to capitalize on it, but...
We've had this eggnog from Costco for several days. I promise.
That's cool.
You know? Like, we haven't drank half a gallon of eggnog in...
Oh, yeah, definitely
like
not.
3 or 4 hours.
I didn't really fully understand what you meant by that. I thought you were going to say years and be like, yeah, I don't want anyone else to drink my eggnog.
Oh, you thought I was saying we had spoiled eggnog?
That's why you call it creme beige.
Not in this household. That is not a fight that Natalie and I have, but a frequent topic of conversation as to when we throw out stuff and when we don't.
Yeah.
Because if it's been in the fridge for like 48 hours and it's like a meat, Natalie wants to throw it away. And I'll as long as it doesn't have like visible mold on it or smell really bad, I will eat it.
So meat, I'm like, you're good for a week. That's usually my goal. But that's about the time it starts to look and or smell bad. So that's why I make that rule.
Yeah.
48 hours is overkill.
Chicken I usually give like 2-3 days at the most.
And I feel bad because I grew up hunting. So I'm like, a chicken had to die for me to eat this. Now I'm just throwing this chicken's uneaten breast into my trash.
To be fair, though, they've genetically modified chicken breast to the point that you can't really be responsible for how much meat you're getting off that sucker anymore. Have you seen those things, dude?
Yeah, you're throwing away.
Wild.
Yeah, you're right. It would have been like 4, 5, 6 chickens' lives that you're throwing away in like the 70s. But
like the equivalent for like the saying where it'd like be like dude is hung like a stallion. For women, it would be hung like a chicken because those tatas are ginormous.
Well,
this is a real meeting of the minds.
Yeah, that's what we do here when the game's 21-0 in the first quarter. We talk about chicken titties.
Hey, it's a big return up to the 29, though. We got a game. 3:01 on the clock. We're hearing a report from Kaylee Hartung. And I'm sure she's saying something insightful like, we talked to the Chargers head coach and he said, we're just going to take things one play at a time and try to advance the ball up the field and not look ahead to us all getting fired. Easton in shotgun. Man goes into motion. Hand off to Eckler up the middle, and he's going to get a pretty good, decent run for a gain of 4, but it's going to get called back for a very likely hold. And we were able to secure the bet at 21.5.
So you're almost there, man.
We're basically
we're real close.
We're basically all the way there.
Unless the Chargers start figuring out how to play football real quick. Which, as a fan, do you see that happening?
I'm optimistic.
Count on it.
I'm optimistic.
There's old Jimmy G, dude. How do you think he's feeling about tonight?
He's feeling great. He's collecting a huge paycheck.
Well, he's also playing for the Las Vegas Raiders. That's pretty sweet. Like he's going to go hang out in Las Vegas after this game.
That they won.
Drops back to pass, throws it up over the middle.
Everett's been the real gem in the.
Gerald fumbles it.
He's down.
Until he fumbles it every time.
He'll gain, 6.
Guyton's the real gem. I was wrong. He's the one that's actually caught a pass without fumbling it and gotten positive yardage.
Guyton recovers it.
Everett does seem to be this guy's favorite target so far, though.
He was close to being down. We'll see here. Down. Yeah, I'm going to say definitely down. So, not a fumble.
Though
by
not
Everett.
really going to affect the positioning of the ball at all.
Bob Spillane on the tackle and near rip. I love Bob Spillane. He's lined up in middle linebacker.
Another Everett toss.
Everett, screen pass to him.
Dang.
Big stiff arm.
Ooh,
First down.
sheesh.
And Gerald.
He's feeling himself on that one, baby.
No one told Gerald this game's over, all
The
right?
Chargers are the best team alive. We're back.
And that's the stiff arm that's going to get this game going. Big change of momentum.
I love that, dude.
So get off of me.
I love that so much. It's going to be illegal next season.
I was about to say, like, how long until they make that illegal? Eckler,
Johnson in motion.
behind stick, rolls out to the left.
That's the sickest thing
He's
I've seen since the hip drop
checking.
table, bro.
Throws it down to Smart with 2
play.
T's.
Smart play.
Well, not very smart, smell smart like that, but I'll take it. Moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, dude. Putting your dad's money at bet or at stake here.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to sweat now.
We do record in Dallas. we do have other assets in legal states that we can cheer for. They're $3. Handoff up the middle to Austin Eckler, and he get munched up pretty quick by Bob Spillane and the boys. Bob Spillane looks so cool in that visor, the tinted visor. I think he gets like a $5,000 fine every time he wears it too, which is pretty sweet.
Why is that exactly?
Uniform violation.
It's the NFL. It's not
Unless he has
allowed
like an exemption. But for a visor that tinted, you need players do it all the time. Like if you ever see players with like different colored cleats on or whatever, or socks or just tape that doesn't match the color of their team, $5,000 fine. It's automatic. Stick in shotgun. Palmer goes in motion. Hasn't gotten much involved today. Drops back. Quickly munched up.
Big hit.
I thought it was the Condor the way he flew in there.
Dude, he was
Tillery.
in there. Like, he didn't even look touched.
Jerry Tillery on the tackle.
This quarterback is starting to look a little frazzled.
Notre Dame, drink.
Okay.
Who was that? Was it Ryan Perio who pointed out every Notre Dame play for the game? I don't know. So according to Roger Goodell, according to sources, interestingly, they didn't cover it on the Pat McAfee show today. Roger Goodell legitimately looking to outlaw the hip drop tackle.
Okay.
And
you mentioned that earlier.
For that reason, we do have a short that all of a sudden got like 14 comments in 35 seconds today.
And they're all talking about how we're idiots for supporting the removal of it because people on the internet are stupid and don't understand sarcasm.
Yeah, well, it's just, to be fair to them, it's only like 14 of those idiots, and the short has like 300 likes or something like that. So all those people get it. They liked it.
Most of the idiots aren't that dumb.
They moved on with their lives, like they did something else, did the dishes or whatever. But there were a few that took their time to comment under the post to say that we were dumb, that it's a clean tackle. Yeah, and that is obviously our stance on it. But that short did kind of start trending again because people started searching hip drop tackle on YouTube.
What a stupid thing to do. We've talked about it on this channel. Like, there's just going to be an inherent risk to football if you're going to let grown men run full speed into each other, no matter how many pads you wear or how many ways you try to impede them from doing so. And at the end of the day, the hip drop thing, it's like, how the hell else is a safety supposed to bring down a running back?
They're going to start taking them down by the back of the knees, and then the NFL is going to like quickly realize, like, oh, that's also
then
bad.
Let's just play flag football, guys. Like if that's what we want to do, let's just play flag football. We'll be dominant in the Olympics regardless.
It's crazy. And we were trying to write a sketch before we started today where it was just like, I would play the expert probably wearing glasses similar to this. And
honestly, already in character.
I'm already in character. I'm Jamie Jakes, and I'm an NFL expert, all right?
Jamie Jakes.
And if you think the hip drop tackle is the only way you can tackle somebody from behind safely, boy, howdy, are you wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Rule 1.
What do you play for the WNFL?
Rule 1, don't let the guy behind you, all right? If you're tackling from in front, it doesn't count. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I like that. You know who lets men behind them? Bottoms.
Yeah. That's the vibe. That's the vibe of the show.
Dude, I like the top right corner action, dude. She was
vibing. I was with her vibe the whole time.
She's like the first fully decked out but not scary Raiders.
And I was excited to see this punt angle, and we're seeing this punt angle for the first time on a massive TV. Honestly, I love it. The kick is up in the air.
I will say it is better on the bigger TV.
Called for a fair catch. That's what I was saying. I had a stupid small TV.
I still don't love the camera angle. It's not the best view they could go with. I think the picture-in-picture with the fade in from the small picture becoming the larger picture would be a really cool effect that they should be able to pull off on this network. But the full screen is way cooler when it actually looks like you're looking at an entire football field. If we all moved up 3 feet, we'd have the same experience you get at Jerry World whenever you're watching and from the nosebleed sections.
The Jumbotron.
Mm-hmm.
O'Connell under center. Up 3 scores here early in the second quarter. 3's the Mike. That's Derwin James. Derwin James is the Mike. Watch out for him. Defensive alert. And it will be a handoff to White, and he's going to lose 0 yards on the play. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. I just want to see the Chargers offense go against the Raiders defense. I'm not super interested in the opposite. You know? Get Devontae Adams involved or something. Josh Jacobs being out for this game,
it really hurts their whole look, but it does kind of put more pressure on this cat's mustached face and shoulders.
Yeah. It's dark colored hair too, which is not very thick. He drops back to pass, surveys, pressured quickly, and he's gonna get the ball away. I think it's gonna be
an incomplete pass.
I think it's gonna be incomplete.
It sure felt like it. The head coach for the Chargers and the quarterback for the Raiders look like they're going to go ride go-karts while everybody else goes to the bar after this game.
I bet you there's some sweet go-karts in
they
Vegas.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's Vegas, so there's probably some go-kart tracks with a bar inside. Like you can probably go through a pit stop and get a beer along with a tire change. Yeah.
This is the guy that works behind the counter.
I don't know. They look like the ghost of Chargers Christmas past.
That was the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's the owner of the Raiders.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. What Davis? Mark
Davis.
Yeah.
He likes starter jackets and backpacks. And he's just super awkward billionaire. I do love him. He is quite the character.
So
0 scholarship offers for this kid. But
Aiden O'Connell
did okay.
Well, he wasn't 49-3 in college. I'll say that.
And how's that going for that dude tonight?
Easton Stick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having an all right
Is he
game.
riding on those college laurels? No, he's actually not the problem, unfortunately. His team is letting him down by turning over the ball way too frequently.
You think? Easton Stick.
He was one of them.
I don't think
one of those fumbles.
That's fair. He was. I don't think he's having a good game, but I don't think it's all on his shoulders either.
He's had some moments of.
He's had a few scrambles where he got out of the pocket. He had that one dump pass that was really good.
Yep.
I'm just saying he's not solely responsible.
O'Connell drops back to pass, throws it up over the middle to Abdullah, and he's going to get tackled after a gain of 7. It'll be 4th down for the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders' first punt.
I can't wait to see this punt.
You're just excited for the view.
I really am. No, Easton Stick's balling right now. He's 6 of 7 for 53 yards, which is actually really good.
Yeah. Again,
as much pressure as he's been under.
I was mostly joking when I said that earlier.
He does have that fumble, which is not great.
Not great like some of Maxx Crosby's tattoo choices.
I wouldn't say it to his face.
I don't think I would either, because that would be rude. I'm assuming
he knows.
I'm assuming he wouldn't hear this. No, I think he thinks they're sweet.
No, he's got friends that have told him.
Punt is up in the air, called for a fair catch. Yeah, just the whole concept of tattooing other men on your body is just a little. I don't like it. You know, get like a nice painting, put it up in your house to show respect, but like a tattoo, I don't.
Well, what about a football jersey? You're wearing another man's name on the back of your shirt.
Yeah. But I can take
dude.
that shirt off.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
When I take my shirt off, you're not going to see Muhammad Ali under my left tit. And that's, you know.
It'd be a lot cooler if I did.
And some people think that, and I respect it. But me personally, I think it's a little bit weird.
Early in life, that tit actually stings like a bee. Later, it will float more like a butterfly.
You son of a bitch. You fucking son of a bitch, Miles Francis. Well,
sorry, it's the eggnog talking.
Yeah.
I've been drinking it since last week.
Is that spiked eggnog or?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kirkland. It's actually really good. 13.9% alcohol. So,
Dude, you can get all sorts of cool stuff at Costco.
oh yeah, they're selling Casper mattresses in a little tiny box. I can fit in my car.
Nice.
Buy a whole mattress.
If it's in your car, that's actually impressive.
Oh yeah, put it in the Camaro, take it home.
This TV would never fit.
No, it's almost didn't fit in Natalie's whatever she's got mini SUV thing.
Yeah.
I had to take it out of the box and put it diagonal into the trunk. Trunk didn't close all the way.
Sheesh.
Drove it home from Grapevine. But here we are. It's perfect. My parents are coming, and I'm a little bit worried that the TV will give my mom motion sickness.
Oh, that's real, dude.
Because she's kind of prone to that. And
Sure.
I've done a couple of things on the TV with like video game stuff.
Sure.
Where I'm watching like other people play video games and like first person stuff. And I'm like, oof, like this is taking some getting used to.
Will you have it wall mounted by then?
We will. I mean,
That should help. That should help.
That'll push it back a
tremendously.
few inches.
Damn, dude, how much of his hand is broken? I thought it was the part that's not covered. That
He has
hurts.
got surgery.
Yeah, and it was like shattered, and
But
I think bone was sticking out.
It was just one finger. No, it wasn't a compound fracture because he threw with it.
That was a terrible graphic. That showed absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
it
of,
Yeah, that
like-
wasn't great.
This is what a hand looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
So that's
Halloween? That'll be back again in 10 months.
And remember, one of these is inside you.
Oh, that's Boston's music. Smart goes in motion.
Watch out.
Stick under center. Oh,
Ooh.
okay. And then
Flag thrown. I don't know. That's
the Raiders jumped. The Chargers reacted. A flag was thrown. And it will be a neutral zone infraction on the Raiders.
So I'm confused. Maybe this is just a rule change from the last time I cared about football, but I thought the defense was allowed to move as long as the offense didn't snap the ball while they were across the line.
And they don't touch anyone.
Yeah.
Janarius Robinson. So the reason it's a flag is because the Chargers reacted. And because they reacted while he was in the neutral zone, it's a penalty.
On the Chargers.
On the Raiders. Spiller
Interesting.
gets the handoff, but only if he's in the neutral zone.
Oh, it doesn't have to be a ball snap. It can be a reaction while he's in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, he got pointed out pretty quickly by like 3 different Chargers. One of few instances where snitching is okay is in sport.
I don't know. This
What are
dude
we
ended
doing
up
here,
in
dude?
stitches.
He did.
Justin Herbert. I don't like his sweater.
No, not a fan.
Tom Telesco.
I'm not a fan of the hoodie over the ball cap look ever.
Don't like it. Don't do it, Justin. Get better. Easton Stick drops back to pass, throws up over the middle quickly to Smart with 2 T's. And he's going to get the first down. All
Hey,
right.
we converted, guys.
Here we go.
We're putting people with a little bit over 3 touchdown advantage bets at risk here right now.
Mhm. Look out for Easton Stick here. 12:06 on the clock.
I also don't like that hat at all.
Not
I
fan
don't
either.
like it. It doesn't read well.
Mm-mm.
It's like
I would literally have no idea that was a Chargers
No.
hat if that guy wasn't the head coach for the Chargers.
maybe that's why they designed it like that, so you could be a Chargers fan like incognito.
Incognito. You don't
have to
anybody
let
know.
everyone know that you love mediocrity.
Yeah. Speaking of mediocrity, Quentin Johnston not lined up correctly.
Speaking of not lined up correctly, are they going to be keeping an eye out for tighter looks at the offsides exampled by Kadarius Toney this week? Because I've seen a lot of people going back and showing some pretty solid examples of some pretty premier players who do that pretty regularly. So it seems odd that while he was clearly offsides, unusual time to call it.
I think it was egregious, and I think a lot of the posts that you're seeing are doctored because they'll have the blue line, and oftentimes the blue line is very wrong.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
zoomed
really the
in.
line of the ball. Yeah.
It's zoomed in, and you'll see the blue line, but that blue line was probably a yard or a half a yard off. So I think it's propaganda that you're seeing.
Okay. Fair.
I think that was egregious. Yes, do wide receivers line up technically offside? Sometimes the referee gives them the benefit of the doubt and a warning. Yes. Did Kadarius Toney check with the referee? Yes. Did the referee respond to him checking? We don't know. We don't have the video of that. So I think Kadarius Toney's a dumbass. Handoff up the middle of the spiller.
I don't think anybody's arguing that on either side.
Divine Diablo, the first in on that tackle and tackled by a host of Raiders defenders.
I know this very well.
To lose in heartbreak fashion.
Oh, yeah, sorry, they don't see the graphic.
31 games decided by 8 or fewer points. 6-12 in games decided by 3 or less.
That's not great.
Yikes.
0-5 this season in games. Lost
Yikes.
By 3 or less.
Snap is
Which
away.
that's such a
Drops
huge
back to pass.
disappointment.
Lots of time. Throws up over the middle, and he had a man.
You're right there.
Yep.
And
At the very
Erickson was
Weirdly enough, this dude's thrown to a Viking.
tackled, and there's no flags on the play. 3rd and 7 will be for the Chargers here, who are 3-3 away this season. It's 50%. Eckler in shotgun to the right of Stick. Easton Stick is going to drop back the pass, survey, a little bit of pressure, throws it away quickly to Eckler. It's down to the turf.
I feel like that was good awareness on Stick's part. He got that away and right in the nick of time.
You know,
Safe,
Spillane,
relatively safe throw. Could have been caught by his receiver.
Spillane in the coverage here. We'll see number 41, Bob Spillane, kind of cover up the check down.
Dude, the fact that they have a football team in Vegas doesn't even seem real. Like, the people of these games have to be just completely wild.
There's no way they're real people. They're definitely AI robots. There's no way there's actual Raiders fans in
That guy's
Vegas.
face paint was
0% chance.
awesome.
0%
Do you
chance
think
that's
they
the
have
thing.
slot machines on the seat in front of you?
Punts
so you
in
don't
the
have
air.
to leave the casino?
I think that's true. It's
Caught, and he's going to return this, and he's going to get taken down, but not until he gets to the
You get a
31
few extra yards there.
yard line.
Good run. Good return.
I don't know.
And
if
now
it's
we're going to get to see Derwin James.
Dude, Omega Mart, you guys got to check that shit out. If you're
Oh,
in the
yeah?
Grapevine area, you can do the Meow Wolf in Grapevine Mills. Super
Yeah.
fun. Go on a really happy mindset that'll make you feel really good about your trip there.
go
So
elevator.
Meow Wolf, I went to the mall in Grapevine to try and get my mom a signed book.
That's
Was
sweet.
entirely unsuccessful. There was a lot of people there. However, I tried to enter in through the Meow Wolf and was very confused.
I can imagine.
Yeah. It's like, is this the entrance to the mall? He was like, no, this is the entrance to Meow Wolf. And I was like, that's all I asked. And I was like, all right. And then I left. What is it?
It's hard to explain exactly what it is, but the best way to explain it would be like an art exhibit,
psychedelic art
a
exhibit.
psychedelic art exhibit, but it's interactive.
A lot of optical illusions. And
But it's also like stuff
Would
where, like,
Natalie like it?
she would love it.
Really?
100%.
everyone,
Okay.
Like
everyone would love
there's
it.
stuff like with
Really?
this one where, like, for instance, without spoiling anything, you'll like open the dryer and it's a tunnel that you can crawl in that takes you into like a different world. It's
Do you
literally
get
like
stuck in the dryer?
no, not usually, but if you do, there's a line of people willing to help you out.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Well, it was well staffed there. There was a creepy man with a wand in the front checking us for weapons.
So
and
there's
stuff.
like actually like this very in-depth story, and like the kind of interesting thing about it is you can kind of enjoy it for multiple different levels. Like some people go because they love the mystery aspect of it, and the Meow Wolf in Grapevine specifically revolves around a missing child who you're basically trying to learn like where he went, why he ended up there, etc., and so on. But it's like multiple rooms, different artists doing these very like abstract concepts. It's super interactive.
There's human artists there.
What's that?
There's human artists there.
The human artists designed it, like they're room by room. So like different rooms belong to different artists who get to like essentially explore this theme in their own voice. It's cool.
Cool. I'm in.
There's definitely going to be like it's the type of thing that like you'll see children there enjoying it. You'll see like just old people. You'll see people on drugs. You'll see all sorts, and it's an absolute blast.
Oh, okay. I'm in. Is that Garth
You
Brooks?
can get married
And Elvis Presley?
by Elvis while you're there, only at the Las Vegas location. No, so it's fun is there's multiple locations and they are actually themed together. But like the one we have is very different. Ours like takes place in this kid's house, and the one in Vegas is a grocery store called Omega Mart.
And it'll be a play action. O'Connell draws back to pass. Pressure beats. Get it out of the hands quickly
Adams
to
again
Devontae
gets
Adams.
blocked
And he is not getting open much today against this stout Chargers defense. All right? This Chargers defense held their opponent to 3 points last game, which
And
doesn't
no
get
points
talked about enough. And
To be
that's all.
fair, so did the Raiders defense.
Yep.
But you're right. The Chargers feel a little more impressive.
And it'll be a handoff up the middle to White, and he'll gain 5 yards on the play. And here we are, 10:31 left in the first half.
Man, it still feels like there's a lot of football to go for this to be the score and this to be the what we're watching on the screen right now.
It feels like this game should be early in the fourth quarter at this point, as long as it's felt so far. But that's just because we're having so much fun.
Absolutely.
Sure. They already have as many first downs in this game as they did in the entire game last week.
Well, that's good.
So that's
The
It's an
Raiders.
improvement. Khalil Mack being a defensive alert, sending a blitz here. The Chargers do.
Oh, that gets swatted.
Swatted down to the line of scrimmage. It'll be incomplete.
Devontae Adams starting to look a little frustrated.
I wonder why. They're only winning by 21. Eric Kendricks celebrated that play, so I'll assume that he was the one who swatted the ball down.
This dude deserves some credit right here.
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Had interim head coach for the Raiders.
I mean, that's a lot to take on, just having that position kind of fall into your lap midseason.
The punt is up in the air. He is in consideration to be granted the head coaching position. It's caught, and he's going to return it to the 15, and then he's going to fumble it, and it's going to be the Raiders' ball. Fucking Christ, you guys. Are you fucking out of your mind?
Oh, my God, dude.
What the fuck? Like, I know I bet on the Raiders minus 21.5. Like, yeah, I get I did that. But Jesus Christ. Oh, my. Like, what's going on?
Yep, and that's absolutely a fumble.
You guys got stripped by the backup running back, dude. Like,
Well, what was he at this point? What was he fighting for? Like he's go down.
Yeah.
Man. Like hit the fucking grass.
No, dude, he was going to break out of those 3 tacklers.
Yeah. He was just about to show off all of his moves.
Professor Snape Raiders fan is definitely coming out for the second half, and I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna have to start listening to Snape.
Could be a Professor Snape Chargers fan.
Hand
all
up the
depressed.
middle to White. What'd you say?
Could be a Chargers fan. Well, I mean, color-wise, it wouldn't work, but just like the depressed Chargers fan with how.
Either way, Jamie will be an eyeliner in the next half.
And it's gonna be
that's our
wonderful,
point.
and we're
I'm trying
100%
to-
here for it.
I'm trying to think of like
Uh-oh, is that White?
Murray Jr.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
I'm trying to
OU product.
I'm trying to think of which Harry Potter character would be a Chargers fan. Luna Lovegood? No.
Because you'd have to be fucking insane to like this.
Yeah. Well, Luna Lovegood reminds me a lot of Marianne Doe. That's why I bring her up.
Oh, okay.
You know? Marianne Doe, known Chargers super fan, potentially fake, potentially real. We don't know.
I mean, I say that she probably wouldn't like sports, but then I remember she did support the Quidditch team, so I could see it.
Luna Lovegood did?
Mhm.
You would know more than I do.
She built like this really decorative, she had this like really decorative lion hat to support
Pretty
Gryffindor.
wild.
Do you guys think you'd advantage of this commercial for me?
I mean, we could make it
Probably.
at least as interesting as what we've been given
Absolutely.
football wise so far.
Does anyone need a drink
I'm
or
gonna
a
get
beer?
up. I'm gonna get up 28-0 on Kyle by the time you get back. I don't know what the scoring metric is, but I'll figure it out.
Puns count for 3 points. But what kind of beer do you want?
Winner's ale, por favor.
You want a drink or water, or Diet Coke, or a beer, or an eggnog?
I would enjoy any of that. Dealer's choice.
You would enjoy any of that.
I
would,
think
yes.
I think you should
Here we
mix.
go.
Please
I'm
mix
sorry.
a winter ale
That'd
with
be
some
rude if I had
IPA
said
and
wouldn't.
water. Do you want that on the rocks or neat? I hate these Burger King commercials more than just about any other commercial right now because the Burger King by my house is terrible and the repetition of the song is really awful. Yeah.
It's a damn shame how far Burger King's fallen off because back in the turn of the century, 90s going into 2000s, they had just the best chicken tenders.
I remember really being into their chicken fries at one point.
They were good at one point.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the early 2000s when they started getting real crazy with it and they had like green dipping sauce and like purple ketchup and stuff?
No.
Man,
Wild.
It was the extreme era of the United States.
I think my favorite Burger King memory is when the movie Small Soldiers came out in
That's
like
a
the
good
90s.
movie.
That is a really good movie. They did a rodeo burger, and it was right when they had just launched their onion rings. And it was basically just like a standard cheeseburger, but they put onion rings and barbecue sauce on it. And it was like my absolute favorite thing.
They brought it back.
I saw that. They brought it back, but it didn't hit the same as it did when I was like 9 for some reason.
If you can find a good one, a good replacement for that is Carl's Jr. Their barbecue burgers.
Dude,
Pretty
I
great.
love Carl's Jr. or Hardee's if you're from up north. It's the same company.
yeah.
They sit those on road trips. We got a play happening here. The Raiders have great field position. Who do we hit over here? We hit Mayer again, and he's going to walk it into the end zone, guys. Is that 2 for Mayer? No, that's only 1 for Mayer. He's literally spreading it to everybody but Devontae Adams for me tonight. I love it.
So this is a snowed in ale. It's from the Sierra Nevada.
Thank you.
Well, let me
sir.
get you a glass for this. But you have to play last play, Miles.
I got this, dude. I'm really
You're
good at
great.
this. Hey, it's really easy when they run one play and score a touchdown. Honestly, you complain about this being difficult, bro. I don't understand. Every time I take over, it goes really smoothly. It's smoother than the Sierra Nevada Snowden winter ale.
That's saying a lot.
We are
sir.
kicking off for an extra point here. It seems like it's going to be instant, 28-0. Right in the pipes one more time.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
That's another spot up in the draft board.
I mean, even though they're just coming off of the 0-3 loss against Minnesota, what's his coach's name again? The interim head coach?
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce, I feel like, needs some credit due
Absolutely.
and if he is in consideration for the permanent position, I would be very curious to know what things would prevent him from doing so. Like what would be the negative against him? Right now, it seems like he's gotten
History.
What's his history? That's what I'm asking.
Not his history. The history of hiring your interim head coach as your permanent head coach.
Does it go well? Or just doesn't happen?
No, historically does not go well.
Okay.
Especially recently. Freddie Kitchens would be the last example. Head coach for the Browns. Did not go well.
Yeah, but nothing goes well for the Browns.
Yeah, and that's
a
the other
different-
example.
That's a different situation. When's the last time they tried an interim head coach for a good team?
I can't recall.
Good teams don't get rid of their head coach.
You know what?
That's a good point.
Valid. Touche, sir.
Yeah.
Valid.
I will say, well, actually, no. The San Diego Chargers got rid of Marty Schottenheimer after they went 10-6.
Well, what about this? The Las Vegas Raiders, I accidentally brought up earlier the fact that they lost their head coach a few years ago. Now, seemingly, he was a piece of shit human being, but was he a bad football coach?
Yeah.
Oh, he was? Okay. No,
McDaniels?
Not McDaniels. Gruden.
Oh, Gruden?
Is that what you were talking about?
I believe so. He's the guy that had all the email leaks where he was a racist or whatever. But you can be. I'm just saying you shouldn't be, but you
Kickoffs
can be
away.
racist and good at football. Ask
Yeah.
anybody from Alabama.
Ask the Bosa brothers.
Kick is returned to the 10th, the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line, and he's tackled by the first person who gets near him. Unclear if he was a good head coach or not. Probably not,
Okay.
if I
At
had to
least
guess.
for the Raiders. Didn't he take Tampa Bay to the Super Bowl in the early 2000s?
Yeah, I think so. He had a good track record, but
I didn't like him as an announcer, and that kind of bled into
No.
me not liking him when he was with the Raiders.
No. Yeah.
Those are two very different skill sets.
For sure.
Prime Insights is giving us insights on the
Next week.
Raiders.
We have almost 2/3 of the second quarter to go, and we're already looking forward to next week.
Oh,
my
that's not good for Davis.
A tap pass to Davis, and he falls for no reason. Maybe because he saw Maxx Crosby being nearby.
Honestly, he probably just was trying to not fumble again.
I guess he saw that sweet
He was like, "Oh, I'm going to make up for not going down last time."
LeBron tattoo that Crosby had under his right titty, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to get tackled by that guy." 8:42 on the clock. All right.
Is he just the football version of William Montgomery?
Who's that? Crosby?
Yeah.
No. I would say Joey Bosa. Snap is away. Pressure.
Oh.
Spin move for Crosby. Probably gets held. Stick rolls out, and he's going to lose a yard, and it'll be a sack for somebody. There's also a flag. Oh, they did call it on the hold on Crosby. Good. Maybe Crosby will get a couple of sacks. That'd be pretty sweet. And it is a holding on Pipkins.
Maxx Crosby
with 2 X's.
He looks like a white person that would do well in prison.
He probably just does well wherever he goes, if I had to guess.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
With those man tattoos.
The man tattoos. Yeah. Run stop.
He's got the attitude too of just like the warrior that like I know he's like playing through injuries and it's like, dude, your team's 5-8, but he's like, yeah, but we're not dead.
Snap is away. Crosby gets chipped. Throw to Quentin Johnston.
Oh boy,
the rookie from right down the road, Texas Christian University. Go Horny Frogs!
Yeah,
and it'll be 3rd down. Quentin Johnston drink.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be one of those nights.
So my big take preseason was that JSN was way overrated, and my take was like JSN is nowhere near as good as Quentin.
Whoa.
Ooh, ouch!
What are we looking at there?
I think it's someone's knee. Maxx Crosby's knee. Snap is away. Spin move, Maxx Crosby. Easton Stick rolls out to the left away from Maxx Crosby wisely and throws it into the turf. 4th and 5.
Everett targeted again for what it's worth. Not successfully this time.
Oh, boy, Alberta. Easton Stick was 39-4 in college, all right? Not working out well for him today. Spin move. And here we are. Chargers are going to have to punt it away. I don't think that a lot of this is necessarily a lot on Easton Stick. You know?
Not at all, dude. I don't even think a little bit.
I mean, freaking Justin Herbert, who we can all agree is good at football, was not able to produce very well with this offense. So why are we surprised? Punted in the way. Without Keenan Allen. But you got Quentin Johnston, who's like just as good, right?
Well, and it really seems like we say this a lot
35.
because it's so true for so many teams. I think the O-line is lacking on so many teams this year, and the Chargers at the top of the list.
Yeah, O-line's tough. That's one of the prerequisites to being like a Super Bowl contender is you have to have a healthy O-line and a healthy quarterback.
Yeah, those two
Joe
things
Flacco.
in tandem, I think, are incredibly important.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's really nothing you can do about it as far as I can tell, other than just be, a little bit lucky, maybe a little bit more competent. Are we going to see Die Hard at the Alamo Draft House after?
I got a ticket for you.
You
You got to get your own food, but I got your movie.
No. Probably drink a coffee with some creamy beige in it.
Yeah.
At half, yeah. Try and keep myself awake.
Oh, I thought you meant at. Oh, this is a new movie. I'm stoked to look that up later. Nice one. Horror film coming out in January. I thought you meant ordering from the movie theater, which they probably do have a version of that. I know they have spiked hot cocoa right now.
Oh, I'll definitely have some caffeine at the movie theater too. Yeah, I'm feeling
I'll
it.
probably get a beer just because bang for your buck wise, that's their best move.
Beers are good. Well, they probably have like a Mosaic IPA there.
They actually have a pretty strong beer list, dude. They got like 4-ish IPAs. Last time I was there, I had a Shiner Cheer because that's on their holiday menu.
Okay.
and I hadn't had one in a while. Thought it'd be nice.
Shiner has a wide variety of beers,
It does. Yeah.
which is not a good idea because most of them are really bad.
Most of them are terrible, but every once in a while they have one that is an absolute killer.
Gem.
My
They should
favorite is
consolidate.
the Ruby Red.
Ruby Reds are good.
They only come out with it during the summer typically.
Yes.
It's got a nice grapefruit. I don't know. It's got a good vibe to it. I like it. And then the Shiner Cheer, hit or miss. You got to be in the right mood for it. It is a heavier beer. It's got a lot of spice. But if you're in for something festive and you're not wanting something sweet, Shiner Cheer is a solid choice.
Sometimes spice is nice.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That is what they say. We're seeing Allegiant Stadium here.
We're all inspiring change tonight.
The Death Star. At least we're not trying to end racism. Like the Steelers. Was that
Yeah,
this?
single-handedly, dude.
Good luck.
Such a weird thing to put in your end zone. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a message we endorse. Here
We
at
agree with the message.
We 100% support that.
100% not a fan of racism on this
But
channel.
it's just a weird thing to write in your end zone.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, maybe time and a place for that. Khalil Mack at the bottom of your screen, and he's going to.
Ooh, that looked like he was about to get eaten up in the backfield.
It did look
Still
like
did.
he was going to get munched up, but he's going to gain 1 or 2 on the play. Kirk Herbstreit, Al Michaels. Imagine calling some of the most famous games in the NFL and then signing with Amazon, being like, "Hey, we're definitely going to get good games. Like, don't worry about it, pal." And then having to call Chargers Raiders.
Thursday night football is the next Monday night football, guys. It's just going to happen.
It depends on whose contract's up next. Khalil Mack on the bottom of your screen usually lines up on the right. Snap is away. Bull rush for Khalil Mack. He's going to get munched up. One single team. White catches the dump off, and he'll gain 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. And here we are.
This guy gives me bad vibes. Just all around bad vibes. I don't know if they're from him, or from me for him.
It's
but
just his
bad
haircut.
vibes are
I
happening.
think that's what billionaires are supposed to look like. He's just not the one that buys into the adrenochrome stuff.
He does look like a slightly more athletic.
And that's what happened.
If you're super rich and you don't take supplements from potentially
Supplements. Nefarious sources.
nefarious sources, that's what you look like. I agree. Snap is away. Corner blitz. It's thrown to Devontae Adams.
Hey,
And he's going to
you did
gain
something.
30 yards on the play.
17 after the catch.
Yikes.
What was that top speed? 19.3.
Woo!
Baby,
Still
he
got it.
Believe that.
Still got it.
That's the top speed of the game thus far. Somehow, still early on in the game, not even halfway through this, just absolute gem of a football competition.
Even with 4 players around them, didn't it feel like he was about to score there?
I kind of
Like there's a moment where you thought it was happening.
Yeah, I would love, even in Dynasty, to get Devontae or Stephon Diggs. Seems like you can get a discount for both of them right now in Dynasty football. Double pass. Jacoby Myers throws it deep. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Kind of a laser beam for Jacoby Myers. He's going to ask about stats.
Okay,
right?
I got to ask fantasy question right
Yeah.
here because I have Jacoby Myers on one league. I have Devontae Adams in the other. How did I just do?
So that's going to be a reception for Devontae Adams. That's going to be a pass completion for Jacoby Myers.
Cool.
And honestly, a laser beam. I wonder if Jacoby Myers played quarterback in high school, because honestly, a laser beam,
Yeah.
well-placed ball.
So close to a first down. That would have been great.
He had a guy in his face under pressure, and look at this. Perfect placement for the ball.
He did get the first down.
Perfect timing.
No, he didn't.
It'll be
He was
second
shy.
and 1. But
I thought he got it for just a moment.
honestly, Jacoby Myers' best pass of the game so far. Jet sweep, and it's munched up very quickly.
No, dude, this is the Raiders.
What's the Raiders?
It's not the Jets. It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders sweep.
It's the Raiders sweep. It was Khalil Mack on the tackle,
If you're
though.
gonna do commentary, you got to know the game. It's very
The
important.
team's playing.
Yeah, I forgot. It's one of the ongoing bits. It's the jet sweep bit and Paxton Bailey talking so no one can hear him. Those are the two ongoing.
What are you
jokes.
talking about? I have no idea what do you mean. This podcast sucks. What are you saying?
Oh, direct snap, more razzle dazzle, and it's taken up, and he's gonna get the touchdown.
Get it.
20 miles an hour,
A
Drake.
new top speed record.
Hell yeah.
Guys, This game is on pace to not only like be a blowout, but they're getting close to the record rate. Like if they keep it up,
Yeah.
Or we could see the biggest comeback
of
in
all time.
NFL history
Yeah,
here in the second half.
Let's go Chargers, baby! Let's go Chargers!
Easton Stick. If anybody's gonna break the NFL record for biggest comeback in NFL history,
Wait. Let's not forget that we are in the midst of Hanukkah, the season of miracles.
it's gonna be Easton Stick, no
Yeah, dude.
Jew. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Extra point's good.
Most notable Jewish quarterback since Josh Rosen. Easton Stick.
I would argue he's a better Jewish quarterback.
When Adam Sandler updates the song, he'll be in it this year for sure.
Absolutely.
We were watching 8 Crazy Nights before you guys got
I
here.
watched that last night.
That's a great movie.
I hate that movie. I love Adam Sandler. I think that movie is trash.
I was gonna say I think it stinks.
It's so bad it's good.
No,
I
I think
don't
it's bad.
I think it's a good idea with terrible execution.
Like Waterboy, like legitimately
Dude.
my favorite football movie of all time. I think I kind of stand by that. I think, unless you press me on some other movies, but yeah, Adam Sandler.
unless we bring up any other football movie, you'll stand by that.
No, bring up any other football movie.
I love Waterboy. Let me see if I can think of one that I think would definitively beat Waterboy. I'll work on that here in a
Longest
minute.
yard.
I was gonna say Longest Yard.
It's
I
good,
like,
but it's not as
but
good
not
as
as
Waterboy.
good. I would say Replacements,
Placements is
which
good, but
we
not
already
as good as
referenced,
Waterboy.
not as good. Non-comedies, which I'm a comedy
Remember the
fan.
Titans is
So
up there, but
Remember the
I was gonna
Titans?
say Remember the Titans. I would think would be my number one football.
But it's not a comedy. So
okay, if you're
like,
doing
I would
football
take any season of
comedies-
Ballers over.
no.
I love Ballers, but I would put that down.
But if
under
you're
the
including
Replacements.
series, Blue Mountain State, I mean, best
Have you tried to
football
rewatch
series.
that
Kick us up.
recently though,
No, does not hold up.
it does not hold up.
Really?
I loved Blue
Kick
Mountain
us into
State,
the end
dude.
zone. Is it just because I was in college and there was a show about
That could be
college?
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
That makes sense. I
all the
believe
stuff
you.
that you remember thinking was so awesome. You're just gonna be like, wow, I really was pretty dumb in college.
But also, to be fair to myself, I feel like I really fell off Blue Mountain State after the first couple of seasons. Like the
were there
first
more
two-
than two?
Oh yeah,
I watched
think,
the whole series. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I think there's a whole situation with it. But I think
Now-
like the first series, like the first season, I think I really liked, and after that, I didn't like it that much.
If we're including series, I'll bring it up after this play.
Easton Stick is under center. I'm glad we can't miss this play, Miles. He's going to play action, roll out to the left, and he's going to gain 1 yard of the
Everett
play.
again.
To Gerald Everett.
If we're counting comedy football series, then I think arguably the GOAT is going to be the League. That does hold up.
Yeah, I
I
forgot
watched
about
that
The League.
recently. It holds up. It's funny. It's got a great cast.
The only reason it doesn't hold up is it because it has references
To too many directly
Yeah.
specific players.
to that season.
Yep.
And that's the only thing that dates it. And,
Well, it's
but-
also a show that has a severe decline. Like the first 3-ish
Yeah.
seasons are solid, and then the rest is watchable, but it's not nearly at the same level.
Yeah, I think one of the things I've learned in my late 20s is that maybe we should slow production down for a lot of TV shows
Yeah.
and comedy specials. Like I feel like when I was in my teen years, I was like, why isn't this band that I love coming out with a new song, or why isn't this comedian coming out with a new album? And I'm like, maybe we should be a little bit more patient with
Give them
certain
time to
things.
You want to wait for it to be good.
Yeah, and that's what I learned in life. And the handoff is up the middle of the Spiller. The Condor appears to have gotten involved very quickly, as well as Divine Diablo on the tackle.
Well, in the comedy world, as we're currently on this, podcast, it's technically about football, not comedy, but it's definitely
It's 35-0.
It's definitely an oversaturated market in the comedy world where you get the comics that you truly love. They're too exposed. Like you brought up Bert Kreischer earlier, who is a huge name in comedy. He's on air 8 days a week.
Mhm.
You can't.
Crosby up the middle.
Spiller breaks through.
Spiller gets the handoff. He'll gain 8 yards on a great run.
That's a
It'll be
good
third
run.
and short.
That's a shining bright moment in this so far very piss poor Chargers production.
Yeah, but like you said, Bert Kreischer, you can only shit your pants on camera so many times before it becomes old.
Right. Yeah, you can only laugh at your own material for so long before people start to realize it's a bit. And again, that's no disrespect. I want Burt.
Hand off to Eckler, and he's going to get him munched up for
No
a
way.
loss.
No fucking way. That's a turnover.
Turnover on downs.
I thought that they got the fumble recovery.
Clock's still running, though.
That's
Or
because
no, it's fourth down now. That was third down. And we're paying very close attention to this 35-0 game. We're paying real close attention to it.
Well, you guys should put over-under bets on right now about how deep into this IPA case we get.
Well, that's why we have a active representation of the Nog right now. Austin Eckler, behind, stick, lots of men in motion, lots of eye candy for this Raiders defense. They're not going to be able to handle it, right? 2-minute warning. Stick doesn't even get the fake, like, half effort trying to get them jump, you know.
Ooh, look at that backflip.
That was a sweet backflip by Tucker. He got up there.
Yeah, dude. This is definitely a game that's getting away quickly. Good news is we should be well in time to make the 10:40 showing of the Die Hard presentation tonight.
Feels like that's definitely going to happen tonight, and I'm excited for it.
I also like seeing old movies like this at a theater because when I'm this drunk, I don't feel bad that I have to go pee 3 times.
Yeah, you don't have
like last week, I didn't want to miss a scene for the movie I hadn't seen that's in subtitles, so you can't just like listen to it on your way down the hall. Godzilla -1, by the way. I'm not a subtitle guy. That movie was fantastic.
You saying that?
You should go check that one out.
The first movie the last 2 movies I really appreciated being able to pee during and taking a good long break was the Burt Kreischer movie, The Machine.
Yeah.
That one I took a good 15 minutes, had a conversation with the bartender during that movie.
Sure.
While my girlfriend was sitting with my other male friend. And Harry Potter, the Dumbledore story was really bad.
That?
Unwatchable.
Dumbledore story.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
it was one of the Fantastic
Beasts?
It was like the third Mystical Beast movie.
Yeah, I stopped watching those.
And the big reveal of the whole movie was like, oh, he's gay. And it was like, all right, like,
neat.
Great. Like, it's 2023. Like,
if those filmmakers had any balls, they would have made them trans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Bring something more interesting than just being like, I mean, you know, it's not like it's a novelty. It's just like a regular thing in humanity, right?
Dude, that always felt, as a Harry Potter fan, that always felt so weird to me. I am a Harry Potter fan that is pro representation of other cultures and lifestyles and all that good stuff. Dumbledore at no point felt gay until randomly in an interview, J.K. Rowling was like, "Oh yeah, he's always been gay." It's just like, what? When was he gay?
Yeah.
Like, no one thought he was gay ever.
Well, actually, Miles, your gaydar is so off because I was on to him from episode 1.
Dude, that's fair. You know, my entire life people call me gay, and I haven't thought so. So maybe I'm just missing the mark.
Shout out to TCL. That's the brand of my TV.
Well, we've got the Harry Potter train rolling. I tried to
Natalie!
watch The Fantastic Beasts.
Just kidding, sorry.
She heard you.
I tried to watch the first one of those, and I got about 5 minutes in, and I said, I don't care about this.
It's tough.
And I've never felt more vindicated to hear that everyone hates every single one of those movies.
Hand up the middle to Eckler, and he's going to be short of the line of the game. It'll be a turnover on downs.
I'm sorry, that was a bit. We were talking about Harry Potter.
Flag on the play.
Instead of football, you should be part of this conversation.
Any thoughts on Fantastic Beasts series?
I mean, it's similar to like sequels. It's good, it's cute, but it's not Harry Potter.
Dumbledore being gay, the
minute Dumbledore, they immediately were like, and he's gay. We left the movie theater. Didn't finish. We were like,
that makes you sound like a homophobe. You should explain that a little more.
No, this is for children. It's not. I don't know. I'm not saying what I want to be saying. But
my thing on it was so that all came about because randomly,
I love all types of people.
Randomly in an interview, J.K. Rowling was like, "Oh yeah, Dumbledore's gay," but like that was never a thing.
Yeah, he also doesn't like trans people.
That's right.
So
Ridiculous.
Harry Potter's great. I don't care.
Dumbledore's gay. I don't like trans.
How the hell are you going to write a magical universe where you can change into like animals and mer people, but you can't like change gender?
She was writing about the wrong kind of transfiguration.
Way to have like such a closed-minded brain that has many weird openings.
That's funny.
Natalie, can you brush my Professor Snape wig for me, please?
I wasn't sure.
Snap is away.
goofy.
O'Connell drops back to pass over the middle. Devontae Adams. He'll gain 9 yards on the
first
play.
down, man. Devontae, you're killing me, Smalls.
Got to get that point per first down point there, Miles.
I need him, bro. I need
Yeah.
him.
I've been
I'm
there.
fighting for my life, dude. I'm the underdog in both of my playoff matches this week.
Mm.
But I feel good about it because I'm playing
Snap is away. O'Connell surveys, dumps it off to White. He'll make a half a man miss, and he'll gain a few yards on the play. It'll be first down for the Raiders with 1:21 on the clock. Go ahead, Miles.
I feel good about it, man. All season long, I've been looking out ahead and planning for the future and looking at my playoff schedule matchups. And with a couple of injuries in my way, I'm still feeling pretty good about having good, strong potential matchups for all of my players going into these next 2 to 3 weeks.
Hell yeah. Devontae Adams, top of your screen, drops back to pass, throws up over the middle to Renfro. He drops it. Oh, boy. And the clock stops. 56 seconds on the clock. The Raiders are somewhat in field goal range.
Almost feels like a letdown if the Rangers kick a field. I'm sorry, if the Raiders kick a field goal at this point. Like, they've just been steamrolling so hard that, like, at this point, a field goal just feels like, meh, we could have done better. We have 7 times so far.
Yeah, but if you have Raiders minus 21.5 like I do, you're really sweating.
You're feeling pretty good about it.
No, you're sweating. You're sweating right now. Austin Hooper goes in motion. Handoff up the
And
middle.
that looks like it's going to get most of it.
Yeah, and well in the field
Or
goal range
all of
now.
it.
Wow,
All
and
of it.
a great extra effort.
Wow. Looking like he earned that 22 right there, dude. That was a good fight.
Amir Abdullah. And that's really like, that's always the argument for watching shitty games like this is you will have players who are trying to make their families earn generational wealth,
Right.
Sure.
making effort like this on plays like this.
And also coaches fighting to try and keep their job or
well, that's
get their interim.
there are no coaches coaching. Yeah, interim.
Yeah.
This looks like a really weird boy band for the halftime show.
Yeah. What's the name of this boy band? Put it in the comments section. I haven't checked the comment section in a while. I doubt we have a really active comment section today, but
Dude, you underestimate how important this game is to a lot of people.
Dave Jake said longest yard. That's his favorite football.
Does he like the OG or the Adam Sandler version?
OG or Adam Sandler version, Dave Jakes. I'm sure he's still watching.
This game or us?
Yeah, both. He's watching Die Hard already.
Yeah, he went to the 840 showing.
He is coming into town. I think we will have a live stream with Dave Jakes and Ben Jakes for an NFL game. I would love to have maybe another guest on the couch for us for that one, but I think that might happen. That might be a pretty good opportunity.
I'd love to come hang out with your family.
Yeah, to see why I watch football the way that I do.
See why you are the way that you are.
Yes. Weird formation here. Michael Mayer goes in motion. Another man goes in motion. It'll be a handoff up the middle to Amir Abdullah again. He gets taken down, but not before he gets the first down. 37 seconds on the clock. The Raiders have one timeout left, and I think we're going to have a obligatory Chargers timeout here.
Uh-oh.
After a Charger is down on the turf in a meaningless game, which, you really hate to see that. That's not fun for you to see.
Guys, where I am, I hate to see this injury. What I am loving to see right now as I look on my fantasy scoreboard real quick, I did pick up the Raiders defense the moment I heard that Keenan Allen was out. And they're currently sitting at 27 points. So
that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good for that scoring format. Asang Bassi is down on the play with an injury. Could be a stinger. Looks like he got his head kind of twisted in an awkward direction. This will be his 4th year out of Florida State. It'll be contract year for him. So hopefully he's all right. Or hopefully the Dallas Renegades sign him. All right. Arlington.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
How dare you disrespect the great state of Arlington?
Yeah. I love Arlington. It's a city in Texas for sure.
Shout out to Barry Whitewater, local comedian, who does a fantastic bit about being the mayor of Arlington that makes me absolutely crack up every single time.
I did like a weird radio show internet podcast thing with Barry once, and I enjoyed spending time with him.
Barry's a great dude.
Yeah.
Love Barry Whitewater.
Yeah, he's really cool. He remembers my name most of the time when I see him too, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
I have no idea if he's a football fan, but if he is, you should definitely reach out to him.
I don't think.
Honestly, even if he doesn't like football, it'd be fun to have.
Oh
on.
yeah, I would love to have.
We'll review the food that we munch on while we watch the football game.
Just that would get a lot of good ratings.
Natalie, let's do a side project cooking show to make snacks for football games.
Alright.
Play action. O'Connell drops back
let's
to
go.
pass, throws up over the middle, wide open, touchdown.
To Tucker again, dude.
If you had
Tucker is the pickup of the week.
Tucker pre-game for over 1.5 touchdowns, probably not available. But if it was, you'd be a millionaire if you bet it.
42 in the first.
Especially if you bet $1 million on it, because then you were probably already a millionaire to start.
Yeah, if you bet probably $2 on it, you'd be a millionaire. Tucker, great route, honestly.
Wide open.
Wide open, lots of separation.
That guy had no chance.
Chargers had no help over top, and that's going to be 42 to 0.
Yeah, and that's in the first half.
And that's got to be a record,
We're
right?
still at 31 seconds to go, guys. And with the turnover rate, wouldn't be surprised to see this thing get to 48 to 0.
So
this
now,
feels like playing Madden.
So now we're definitely in the territory for biggest comeback in NFL history.
Yeah, they've set the table for that one for sure.
And that's why we're going to come back for the second half and watch.
We're going to run out to Taco Bell, get some Devontae Adams meal while we're enjoying these black and white Mrs. Santa cheerleaders.
The Raiders are undefeated with their cheerleaders in black Santa outfits.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
I think not, dude.
Don't think
the
so.
Chargers can't even pay attention. That's what's happening right
That
now.
might be it.
I can't pay
That
attention.
happens in Quidditch.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah.
serious, the Irish.
The Irish distract with their
Yes,
cheerleaders.
They have their like little mascots
Give me-
are like siren fairy things.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Distracting
that,
the
dude.
Bulgarians.
And they get all the Quidditch players like aroused.
The other ones, yeah, they get put under like a trance and
Whoa.
they get like fall in love with the people and get distracted and don't play the game as well.
I get it.
There it is. Odds for 2 touchdowns tonight.
Plus
20,000.
20,000.
Bet $1 to win 200.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit off, but not far.
You'd be 100 there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'd have over $100 if you bet $2 on it. Kick us up in the air.
You could buy at least 4 IPA packs at Costco.
Oh yeah.
Minimum. Probably a bottle of lead
10.
too.
10 of them.
Did I do the math wrong on that?
We may have both done the math wrong on that. That might have been bet $1 to win 2,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking that based on 200 math. Yeah.
So I think bet $2 to win 4,000. So that's a lot of Costco IPA
You'd be
weekend.
1,000 there. Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I've never been that.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping to one day.
Get up to that 4-figure.
Bro, the day my 4 figures roll over and I don't have to count the decimal, I'm gonna be having
Hand
a day.
off up the middle to Spiller, who's getting a lot of touches today.
At this point, you gotta wonder why.
You got Austin Eckler. Like, he's gone next year. So the Chargers are gonna be
Josh
gone.
Palmer 0 targets so far. I just happened to peek at fantasy.
It's hilarious. I mean,
Glad to see him sitting on my bench right
and here we go. All right. We'll see ya. We'll see ya.
We'll be back to talk about Die Hard before we go watch Die Hard.
I will be in Professor Snape full character for the second half. So
No, full Raiders.
Raiders. I just unmuted us.
and
Go
he's
ahead
the
and say that
villain in
again.
Die
Miles.
Hard. Alan Rickman.
Rickman?
Yeah, it's his best role.
Really?
And I love.
Either die a Gryffindor or see yourself live long enough to become Slytherin.
The only
He's a Slytherin. He's a Slytherin.
He's a Slytherin.
He's a snake.
Yeah, he's just a really polished snake.
Dude, he should go into politics.
Let's ask Giselle.
Oh, hello, Muggles, and welcome back to the second half of the Raiders-Chargers game. I'll say the last time I was this disappointed was when I found out I had Hogwarts. And here we are. Aiden O'Connell under center. Play action. Aiden O'Connell's going to throw it deep to the left. Jacoby Myers is going to be incomplete. And we are back here watching this game. So here we are. 12:45 on the clock. 30 seconds on the play clock. I am Raiders fan, Professor Snape, for the rest of the half. I'll try to mix in as many Harry Potter references into the second half as physically possible.
Because we're going to make it fun.
Because we're going to try to make it fun. It's 2nd and 10. It's 42-0.
We're still having a good time.
We are still having a good time here in Texas. It'll be a left pass to Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper, drink. Whenever Austin Hooper gets a target, you got to drink. We are keeping an eye on Khalil Mack, number 52. We've got a lot of defensive guys that we're really paying very close attention to in this game.
Quiet game for him. Last time that the Chargers and the Raiders played, he had 7 sacks in the game, didn't he?
Khalil Mack either gets 0 sacks
Or
he gets 6 sacks in a game, and it is obnoxious. And he is leading the NFL in sacks for that reason. But I got to respect it. Maxx Crosby also in the hunt. Khalil Mack, Maxx Crosby, no sacks, I think, today, but they have had a couple of tackles for loss between the two of them. Hand off up the middle to Amir Abdullah, who is playing for a job, playing for a career in the NFL. There's a flag on the play. There's a lot of guys that we don't know, along with Abdullah, who are trying to make money today. And that's really what we're cheering for, because we love when people make money, right? Miles, we like nice. when our fans make money. Our friends. We love when the players that we like make money. And we don't like when players we don't like make money.
Who don't you like?
Who don't I like who makes a lot of money? I don't like that
asshole quarterback from New England that was like dirty and would stomp on people's like fingers and shit.
It'd be Mac Jones. Who?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones is who you're referring to.
When Raiders fans moved from Oakland to Las Vegas, they went from being terrifying to being comic book characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I'm going to go ahead and confirm that they can hear us at home real quick.
You don't want to miss those bangers right there.
Oh, of course.
This was actually for a long time a really great rivalry. I mean, it still is a great rivalry. It's just kind of not tonight, definitely. But I remember like growing up in San Diego, like Raiders games were huge. Like it was must-see TV.
Well, they used to be up the coast. Like that's the big thing. Now they're a couple hours inwards to the desert.
Snap is away. O'Connell drops back. Pass to Jacoby Myers. And he's going to get the first down on the play. Looking to extend the 42-point lead.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess that brings up an ethical question of, like, how much is too much? But, like, frankly, if I'm the fucking Raiders, I haven't had a lot of wins this year. If I could get to 100 points, I'm gonna.
You want to set the NFL scoring record against your biggest rival. And this is a serious rivalry. One of the funniest things that I can ever remember is the Raiders were coming to town for a football game one year, and there was a bail bonds business that took out an ad and ran an ad and said, "It's Raiders." Snap
is away. The Raiders back pass, dump off to White. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal. Go ahead, Kyle Lammer.
Like, it's such a huge – when the Raiders and the Chargers would play together, back when it was more of a Southern California thing, Oakland and San Diego, like, it was a very, very huge rivalry, heated, constantly, like, stabbings, fights, every single time that these fan bases would, like, clash.
Stabbings.
In the parking lot.
That's what I think of when I think of the
fights
Raiders.
Constantly in the stadium, outside the stadium, bars around town, like.
Dude, like, I feel like going to an Oakland Raiders game was the same feeling as doing a Comedy Junkie Society show. Someone's probably going to
Snap is away. It's going to be a backwards pass to Myers. Double pass.
Adams!
To Devontae Adams, and that'll be a reception. Touchdown for Devontae Adams.
We've had for Raiders. A while now.
And it's going to be 48, maybe 49-0 here early in the third quarter.
Very likely 49.
That's the second
At this point, if I'm the Raiders, I'm going for 2 just because I think having a 50-0 score looks pretty sick.
It's literally Madden at this point.
Yeah.
Second pass for Jacoby Myers looked great, honestly.
Holy shit. I just realized I had the touchdown pass from Jacoby Myers. I fucking love this game.
So you had Jacoby Myers?
I had Jacoby Myers in one league and I had Devontae Adams in the other.
So you just got to... I hope that's a 6-point passing touchdown league.
Checking.
Please tell me it was a 6-point passing touchdown league.
Touchdown passing league.
No, it's not. You got 6 points on that passing touchdown?
It 100%.
Holy shit. So we have also the only person on the planet who has Jacoby Myers in a 6-point passing touchdown league and Devontae Adams, who is currently live streaming on the internet.
It's not 6-point passing, unfortunately. But
Well,
goddamn, that's brilliant.
I'll edit that part out.
Actually, I haven't updated my score yet. I don't know what the answer is, so I'll give you that in a minute.
So now we're watching a weird
What is
commercial.
this?
I'm interested, though. Is it a video game? The finals play now. It is a video game. It seemed to be some sort of video game. 49-0. Holy cow. Yeah, and here we are, live on
This
YouTube.
is exactly what you want out of a primetime football game. Just really close, really anyone's game.
So this is really going to bode well for you in the Chargers in tiebreakers for draft picks, just because point differential I think is an actual
And
factor.
it's pretty
in that.
substantial in this game.
Yeah, it's 49-0.
Thank you for reminding me.
You're a Chargers fan. Why?
For some reason,
Yeah, are you changing your
San
mind after
Diego?
tonight?
I should have known in 2006 when Marlon McCree tried to return that interception that would have led to the Chargers beating the Patriots and probably going on to win the Super Bowl. I should have known when I was listening to a game in the car and, like, I want to say 2010, 2011, playoffs on the line against the Ravens, and Ray Rice needed to get 29 yards on third down. And boy, wouldn't you know it, he got 30. I should have known then that this would just keep happening.
Well, I think the good news for you is that your head coach stinks, and that he's going to get fired, and you're going to get good draft picks because of it. And, you know, you're just going to tank on purpose. Like,
I don't know how on purpose it's going to be.
well,
The best thing that they had was Justin Herbert, and they ruined him for this year.
and maybe that's by design as well, you know? Maybe that's by design as well. And that's what you got to tell yourself when you're a fan of a horrible football team.
Yeah.
Who's
You guys have both had a lot of deep conversations with yourselves when that comes to that.
Yeah. 49-0. The kick is going to be returned by the Chargers, going to get up to the 21-yard line. And I'll be interested to see who is going to be playing for the Chargers for the rest of the game. You know? Are we going to see Easton Stick out there just slinging the pigskin?
I mean, it kind of feels to me like a lot of times with a football game with a new quarterback, it's the same rule as trying a new beer. You can't just take a sip of it and see how you like it. You got to commit yourself to drinking one.
Yeah.
And if you still hate it at the end of it, then go with something different. But, like, you can't just, like, take a sip and say, especially when
And
it's
it's a deep
Palmer.
ball, and here we
Palmer
go!
who's sitting on my bench.
Wide open! Touchdown! And that's the start
We didn't get shut out.
to
That's
the
not a shutout.
49.
Hey, man, you got points
Small
on the board.
miracles.
49-0 comeback victory starts with a touchdown. All
Dude,
right.
you know it's an even sicker score than 50-0?
49-6.
50-49. What
That would be-
if they scored just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, and on the last one, instead of tying it, they went for 2? That's the most crazy prediction ever, and it's going to happen to
Hey, you know what? They tested Easton Stick for far too long, and Josh Palmer really made him pay.
I mean, you can't let a man be wide open. Josh Palmer deserves a little more respect than that. Again, he is sitting on my bench, so that one hurts a little bit, but I still feel all right about it.
Definitely a Slytherin. Josh Palmer. Confirmed here. Up, and the kick is good. 49-7. Here in the third quarter early, a lot of football left to be played.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. Don't do it. All
They were
right?
never out of it.
Yeah. And Barstool Sports is erupting on Twitter. There's a touchdown for the Chargers. It's not been a lot of those lately.
No, those are few and far between, man.
Dave Jakes left some comments on the channel.
How's this bet looking?
Oh, instantly murdered. He asked if the halftime music was available on iTunes. It's free. It's free music. I'll send you the whole clip.
Dave, has that been your favorite part of the show so far? Is the halftime music?
I think so. And he said, Professor Snape, I thought you were Hans Gruber.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey,
else?
if you can make it to the 1040 showing, I got a ticket for you to Die Hard tonight.
He can't. He's in Michigan. He's
I know.
in Detroit, Michigan.
I was being a little facetious there.
You're not allowed to be facetious on my channel.
Not while you're playing Professor Snape.
No,
He won't stand for it.
that's inappropriate.
I'll get off camera and go get some gillyweed. Come back in a little bit.
The kick us into the end zone, and it'll be a
On
touchback.
the gillyweed board.
Do you guys ever have dreams where you can breathe underwater?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, I teach scuba diving.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't in a while, but I have in the past, maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Definitely in consideration if I could have any superpower, just being able to breathe underwater.
That's a good one.
That's a big one.
I'm always going with super strength if anyone ever asks me, because that's obvious. But
See, I'd rather have flight or super speed over strength.
mm-mm.
And I think I'd rather have like some cool telepathy stuff more than that. I'd really love to just be able to like convince people of anything. So like,
Perception
I don't
would
even
be
have to
cool.
get good at comedy. I just have to convince you I'm funny.
Yeah, be a handoff up the middle to White. It'll gain 3 or 4 yards on the play. I just go super strength because I could be a defensive tackle.
That's where you set the bar. You had superpowers.
Yeah.
Bro, you can do so much, man.
Well, I could also like rob
You just want
banks
you just
or
want a few
whatever.
million. You just want a multi-million-dollar contract. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
You're living too small, man. You need a bigger dream.
But I could turn that.
Wait. For which team?
The Lions.
Yeah, you need a bigger dream, dude.
No, the Lions need help in the interior defensive line.
They could definitely use a superhuman.
I could be a hero, and then I could retire early, like Pat McAfee, and I could be his backup in the morning. I could do like the.
Are you gonna arm wrestle him to get on the show?
No. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be third and short. 9:31 on the clock.
Kyle, what you got? What's your superpower?
I was thinking maybe something like a perception thing, or like you have increased odds.
Perception as like not being autistic.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would feel like a
Yeah.
superpower to me.
Yeah.
You just want to be able to walk into a room and have social interactions with people comfortably.
Dude, that'd be so nice.
Not have anxiety about it. Just be like, I'm talking to a human. All right.
I'm shaking a hand and my palm's not sweating.
Sacked. O'Connell is sacked on the play, and that's a part of the comeback that we're about to watch. You
Jamie's
guys.
autism takes the form of thinking that this game matters for commentary at this point.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep this an actual watch party instead of just like every other podcast at the moment.
Yeah, this is very quickly turning into comics talk about stupid stuff.
Which is also like honestly, so my goal for the channel is to be like you're watching football with your friends, right?
Yeah.
And, and a game like this, punt is in the air, punt is on the ground, and it's gonna roll back, and it's fumbled, and it's picking at the
That was a
10-yard
bad
line,
choice.
and he's gonna get
Lord.
taken down.
At least he didn't
And
fumble
I
it.
was literally about to say, dude, at least they still have possession at their own 10.
But we're gonna get to watch Easton Stick against Maxx Crosby, which is what I'm excited
It's
about.
gonna be great.
It is gonna be great, and people who say that it's not gonna be great are dumb.
Number one attraction that you want to go visit in Las Vegas.
The Sphere.
Sphere is huge.
I
That's
want
a
to
big
see
one.
it. So Natalie recently went on a work trip to Vegas, and she got caught on the inside of the Formula One track, and she couldn't get out. But
Oh, no.
also, her hotel, you could see the orb thing
Mhm.
in Vegas, and she was trying to show me the mountains from her hotel balcony, and I was like, Just keep it on the orb, pal. That's
Show
the
me
only.
the eye.
Yeah. show me-
Whenever I win fantasy football and have enough to afford a ticket to Vegas, we should go do our fantasy draft out in Vegas one year. It'd be super fun.
Well, theoretically, eventually this channel grows into something to where we can spend a lot of stupid money in that sort of way.
Oh yeah, you should definitely do things that make that happen.
That's what we're trying to
Comment
do right now.
now how you can support that dream.
That is, yeah. And if you want to support that dream, you can subscribe and share this with your friends. I'm gonna put my phone away. My phone's almost dead. I have my roster on it for the teams. That doesn't seem ultra important at the moment.
Yeah, my phone's also dying. Otherwise, I'd offer to pick it up. But I got to be able to buy our Die Hard tickets. Which, if this game goes too late, we're bouncing early.
No, we'll never leave early.
No, I will though to go buy tickets.
We'll never do. Oh, you have to go in person to buy tickets?
No, like just on my phone, just to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever we need to do, we'll make it happen. But also,
I just have to go get the passes out of my either wallet or card, depending on how many I have in my wallet.
okay. But you don't have any food passes, you stingy son of a bitch.
I will throw in whatever food passes I have, but I only think I have $10 worth, which won't go very far.
Jesus, Mary.
If I might have as many as 2 food passes.
No, I'm just joking. I'll buy my own.
Are you going to
food.
see the new Wonka movie?
I mean, I'll probably watch it when it eventually comes to streaming, but I'm like very not excited about it at all.
Who's playing it?
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah,
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Does he have a T in his last
I'm
name?
not really familiar with his work.
They don't pronounce.
Correct.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
I didn't like the Johnny Depp, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. either.
Yeah, same.
I'm a very traditionalist when it comes to Willy Wonka.
Yeah, the old school one is fun. I mean, I'm not like a diehard fan. like a
Snap
lot
is
of people are.
away, drops back to pass. Easton's sick, jumps it off to
Eckler.
Eckler, and he's going to get pushed out by Divine Diablo on the sideline.
This is contract year for Eckler too, isn't it?
It is. He was looking for an extension. That was a preseason storyline.
Which he seems like he's done fine. He's just stuck with a not great team.
That's my take on it, because that was kind of the criticism to Josh Kelly when he tried to fill in for Eckler, was he couldn't produce after Eckler went down with an injury. Johnston, the rookie, goes in motion. It's a handoff to Eckler up the middle. He gets munched up. But I'm kind of the opinion that no matter who's running back for this team, it doesn't matter because they stink.
Yeah.
You know?
Because your defense still gave up 49.
That's my thoughts
But
on the
also
situation.
fumbles.
Be 3rd and 3. We can't forget that Maxx Crosby's playing right now, and that's important.
He is a big piece of this defense.
He's
Which-
in on every play. He's on the top of your screen right now. Let's watch him. They're going to shift a man out to him. He's going to have a one-on-one. He's going to
Good
spin move. He's going to
spin.
get immediate pressure.
QB
And
hit.
because of that pressure,
If that's for a gain, it was for almost none.
Easton Stick has to get the ball out of his hands quickly to Palmer. And, yeah, we're going to watch this. It's going to be a
Excellent
spin
spin
move. He's going to go, whoop!
That's at least
And-
twice the
Oh,
spin move has
boy.
done
Oh,
magic for him.
oh boy, Alberta. And then doesn't even hit Stick in the helmet. You can't even say that was a late hit or a personal foul.
0 chance of a flag on that, even in this bullshit corrupt referee league.
20 points, Maxx Crosby, Gryffindor.
Maxx Crosby is not a Gryffindor.
You don't think so?
No.
Raiders are Slytherin.
He has snake tattoos, bro.
No, I think he's either a Ravenclaw or a Gryffindor, if I had to guess.
I would strong disagree.
10 points, Gryffindor.
I feel like the Raiders as an organization are going to struggle to get into Gryffindor based on their past alone. But if I had to give it to one Raider, I think I would have to give it to Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs is. I like that. I like the cut of his jib. My wand may be out of batteries or mana, one of the two.
Justin Herbert feels kind of like a nerd, so I feel like that's going to pretty much establish him in Ravenclaw.
Oh yeah,
He would definitely be Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Wait, Hufflepuff?
Herbert?
Hufflepuff's
If he's
an
not,
insult,
Gryffindor,
sir.
nah, it's not.
No, Hufflepuffs are literally the others. Like you've got
Nah.
the good awesome people, the slightly evil awesome people, the nerds, and the others. That's the 4 houses in Harry Potter. I feel like Justin Herbert is a nerd. He was in the I know this because of an obnoxious person in our football fantasy that's also a Chargers fan. Shout out Anthony Ramos. Justin Herbert was the captain of his fishing club in high school.
Yep.
Doesn't get much nerdier than that. That's like redneck mountain
Well,
nerdy.
he's
But
from
that's
Oregon,
That's
right?
nerdy, dude.
We used to have a fishing competition with my family where who could catch the most fish in summer. And there was dates specifically to the tournament. And my brother always won. I never won.
Did he cheat?
Nope. Literally never cheated.
This idiot doesn't even realize his brother cheated all those times.
No. Ben Jakes never cheated.
Dude,
He
got
was
weights and fish, dude.
he would go out and fish when it was time to. And I tried to beat him, but I could never beat him. In fishing, I could beat his ass in bowling though. I'll bowl it.
That's a real sport.
I'll bowl against him right now.
Dude, you go up north, like the northeastern part of this country, bowling alleys are like abundant. Like that's like what you'll do up there.
Oh yeah.
It's kind
What
of
else do you want us to do?
Also pretty huge in the Down syndrome community.
Really
They love bowling.
interesting.
Yeah. You just got to keep a stiff wrist.
Mhm.
Good follow through. Allegiant Stadium is a place where people play football in Vegas. I would love to go one day. Looks like there's some special little extra seating around the area too. Would love to check tickets because I'm sure you could get a flight from here to Vegas for $13.
Dude, getting
On
to and from
Spirit.
Vegas is incredibly cheap. The other great thing about Vegas is you don't need to worry about checking bags because you don't want to be there more than 3 days tops. Basically, as long as your bender lasts, as long as you want your stay in
Handoff
Vegas
up the
to
middle.
be-
You don't want to change clothes in Vegas.
No. One shower minimum.
Yeah.
And
Bring-
that's if the hooker insists.
Yeah, bring 3 pairs of underwear and maybe 2 pairs of socks, and you should be all right for 2 nights in Vegas, including a game at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, mine would be actually the Saw escape room for what it's worth. There's a highly rated escape room experience based on the Saw movie franchise that you can exclusively do in Las Vegas. High on my list.
Play action, immediate pressure in his face, thrown away.
Kobe not quite there.
3rd and 5:47 on the clock.
It's not like they
Fantasy.
need any more points right now.
Lions and Buccaneers at 6 and 7.
Green Bay Packers and the Buccaneers at 6 and 7. Lions at 9 and 4, actually towards the top of their bracket.
The current 3 seed in the NFC. If you want to get more details on that, you can watch our preview show. AFC West division winner Chiefs Broncos, the second odds-on favorite. Which
Now
you
might
would,
be the time to put $1 on Las Vegas Raiders.
I don't know about that. Maybe the Broncos. Drops back to pass, throws it out to Michael Mayer, and he gets
those odds are set that high
tackled,
for a
and the
reason.
referee is going to indicate that it is. I mean, she really looked like she was short of the line to gain when she first started sailing for the ball, and then she quickly drifted to the left where she was in front of the line to gain, which is where I thought the play was supposed to be. 22 years old, Notre Dame. 22, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's young.
He really could develop into being the best tight end in this league, like in this draft class historically. But like Sam Laporta has looked way too good to
Dalton Kincaid also on that
Yep.
list.
and Dalton Kincaid late on.
Though Dalton Kincaid has been great midseason, but he's been trailing the last few weeks a little bit. He's also dealing with not one, but 2 injuries
Well, Knox has come back, right, from injury.
last week, but Dalton Kincaid still saw a huge percentage of the total snap share.
I think that's going to be like a Jahmyr Gibbs thing with the Lions where, early on at the first half of the season, the rookie started to kind of learn some things.
Mhm.
And then after an injury, handoff goes up the middle. gain of 2 on the play.
I'll say that the biggest heartbreak I took in our Fab related fantasy football scenarios this year, I should say, is you beat me out on Dalton Kincaid at somewhere in the week 8 or 9 area when we bid on him. And that one really hurt because I really saw a lot of potential. I have him in my other league, and he's been great. I will say I picked up Jake Ferguson, and while not as as great as Kincaid, Ferguson has been fantastic this year, and I don't think he's getting enough recognition that he deserves.
No, and you got the Schoonmaker over there as well. Snap is away. O'Connell drops back to pass. He throws it to Amir Abdullah, who's having a great game, but it's going to be 4th and short, and the Raiders are going to have to punt.
It really feels like all of the Raiders are having a pretty great game right now. Like, very little stoppages. This is one of the few 4th down stops. Or 3rd down stops.
I mean, Adams hasn't had a great game, but
he's got a touchdown and a bunch of yards.
Yeah, but in a game where the Raiders score 49 points, basically.
I mean, you would expect him and Tucker to be switched, essentially.
Yes.
You'd expect that those two would have opposite roles. But I think that often happens when your stud star gets a lot of the defensive attention. It makes it so that your other players are getting those looks.
Cole, big punt for his career here, and it's going to be not a great punt. Bad punt. Really bad punt. Oh, boy, Cole. Oh, boy.
That one didn't look good off the foot.
Didn't look good off the foot.
Honestly, the snap was even a little odd.
I don't know if it's on the snap. He didn't have much pressure.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think it was related to how bad it is. Everything about that play just looked off.
I mean, I guess when you're a punter on a game where you're winning 49-7, maybe you keep it conservative. So maybe that's the only excuse for that situation. We're watching an interesting Avatar game ad. If I could explain what I'm watching right now, I'm interested.
Frontiers of Pandora now available on Ubisoft on PS5,
PlayStation 5.
I've not heard anything about this game.
I have not either. I have PlayStation 4. I'm probably going to be too poor for a while to make it worth my while to buy anything new.
A PS5 would look sick on this TV.
You think it's going to look any different?
I mean, it's going to be bigger.
Kirk Cousins. The PlayStation
I guess
5?
it really depends on what you play. Like, I look at this TV, I would love to play Rocket League on this TV. I feel like that would be fantastic.
Never played Rocket League.
Rocket League's a great game. It's free to play.
I've seen people play it.
You can now get into Rocket League 100% for free. You can also get hooked into the cosmetics, which can cost you a lot of money. I've never spent a dime on Rocket League, and I've played it for years, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Shout out to my ex-wife's Uncle Johnny, who showed me Rocket League in his basement. It's pretty sweet.
Sick.
Yeah.
You a Call of Duty guy?
I trained so hard to get decent at Call of Duty in college, and then they started incorporating jetpacks and wall walking and stuff like that.
Oh, they've gotten back away from that, but it just depends on which year you play.
If you ever really want to mess with me in a Call of Duty game, play Nazi zombies with me.
Okay.
I love Nazi zombies. I love it. I can't get enough of Nazi zombies. But actual Call of Duty, currently terrible. I did get to a point in my life where I was like average, where I was like fighting for an over 1.0 KD ratio. You know, that's kind of like my peak, and it took me a long time to get there. I play a lot of. I'm a sports guy, so I'm in video games. I'm a Madden guy. I grew up playing games like Downroad Demolition,
Forza would look incredible.
Forza Racing. I'm a really good racing.
Forza would look incredible.
Video game racing guy. Yeah, maybe I'd get some pedals and stuff as well.
When I was in Chicago a few weeks ago, I went to this random electronics store, and they had this
handoff to Spiller. He's going to get the corner, and he's going to get 5 hours to play Miles Francis.
Epic setup for our computer racing. It was like literally like $11,000. They had it all broken down and what it was. But I mean, you basically got in the cockpit of what felt like a real car with real racing pedals and a real steering wheel and a real gear shift.
It's $11,000, but in Black Friday sales, it's like $1,400.
Dude, literally, and I like tweeted this at the time or Exit or whatever, but like it's more than most of the cars I've owned in my life so fast. Like to play this video game was insane.
Gerald drops back to pass, and he throws it to Everett. Yeah. I'm going to say Gerald Everett goes in motion. Stick drops back to pass, throws it to Gerald Everett. He'll be short of the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
You guys like flight simulators?
There's a CrossFit workout called Flight Simulator, but I grew up playing PlayStation, so
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm Professor Snape. Easton Stick under center. It'll be a QB sneak, which Easton Stick, we know. Easton Stick, you talk about Easton Stick, this guy can find the hole on a QB sneak.
Yeah.
And he does. He's first
if
down.
you need him to get half a yard on any given play, he's good for it.
QB sneak, he's got it. Easton Stick, are you out of your mind? Either way. Ace Combat.
Stick Easton. Oh, hell yeah.
PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ace Combat. I would like to go back and play Ace Combat as a human adult because I felt like I could be better as a human adult.
There's a new one, Ace Combat 7, and boy, does it hold up.
Draws back to pass, Easton Stick.
The
Throws
sports
out to the right to Eckler. He's going to
breaks it up. Look at him get some room.
get a first down. And this is what I was talking about.
Still has it, man.
The 49-point deficit comeback starts
At a minute and a half, minute 27, 26, 25, 24.
This is just the Chargers 28-3.
Dude, the sports franchise that needs to make a comeback more than any other, in my opinion, is Fight Night. I miss Fight Night. PS2 era Fight Night, one of the greatest franchises of that system's generation. PS3 was okay.
Snap
really
it
fell apart on
away.
PS4.
Easton Stick drops back to pass, throws it deep to the right. It's entirely covered. Go ahead, Miles. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, this game is obviously more important than video games that are canceled. PS4, the Fight Night Round 4, I believe it was, it had took an interesting take where you played a story mode where you developed as a fighter in prison and eventually worked your way out to like the boxing ranks. But like I felt like they tried to go too narrative with that one. PS3, PS2 era, you had like Fight Night Round 2 and 3, which were fantastic. Really got a feel for like a great boxing game.
Smart goes in motion with 2 T's because he's so smart, and Easton Stick quickly gets out of his hands. Josh Kelly, he's going to gain 6 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. I love Fight Night on Game Boy. I like Fight Night on. You remember when Game Boy, when you had like the Rumble? The Rumble
packs?
I didn't play a bunch of Game Boy, to be honest.
They had the Rumble. So that's Dave Jakes and I. We got after Game Boy Color Pokemon Yellow. That's where we started. And we played. I would get home every night. Easton Stick drops back to pass. Throws it up over the middle for a first down. Caught. Dave Jakes and I would, at our dining room table, don't mean to brag, we had enough square footage for it, but we had a dining room table.
Wait, was it the type where you could add leaves in if you had company?
Yes, literally.
Fancy fuck.
But we had so much square footage, we usually left the leaf in. It'll be a play action, and Easton Stick will make some, and he'll get sacked by Sensei, fumble, and it looks like that's going to be returned for a touchdown.
Please give me that
big guy touchdown.
That fumble. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, and it's going to be over 50-7 for the Raiders. And it seems like, I mean, end of the third quarter. I would give the benefit of the doubt to the offense that he was down or it was a pass or something like that in a game like this. There's literally a man in the end zone with a baseball hat on.
As somebody with the Raiders defense on my fantasy team, I strongly disagree.
That is, this is going to be a fumble, right? So he drops back to pass. He gets hit. The ball's clearly out. It's going to be scored. Oh, no. And honestly, the best bet I ever made was that live bet on the Raiders, minus 21.5. That is a mortal lock. I'm going to cash that bet right now.
Yeah, it's done.
You know?
Dude. Spend it.
It's literally done.
Dude, get some nachos at the movie tonight. You got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. My first beer will be on this win that I got on the free bet that I made that lost in the first quarter. What were we talking about before then?
Beats me, bro. I was thinking hard about going to buy Die Hard tickets.
56
I don't want this game to get out of hand.
No, we were talking about nostalgic things like video games.
Video games, yeah. We were talking about favorite
Fight Night.
Fight Night, yeah, franchises.
Dave Jakes and we kicked the shit out of Pokemon Yellow.
Pokemon Yellow.
And I would like man the manual. We bought the manual, right? Like the paper manual that you would buy at Best Buy. And you can't win without the manual. But
it's a weird choice to get the manual for Fight Night, to be honest. Like
no. But we would. Yeah, I was just saying.
Oh, that was for Pokemon.
Fight Night. You had the extra extended cartridge that had the rumble strips in it, so you could play Pokemon Color, and you could get the vibrations from the boxing game. That was an added feature to the boxing game. Probably cost like $34 instead of $24 at the time, or something like that.
Which is a steal, because if you look for that same product at like a Sarah's Secret, it's going to be double.
And I also learned about Arturo Thunder Gotti.
Oh, dude, Gotti's incredible, dude.
He was always you could create a character in one of the Fight Night boxing games, or you could just be Arturo Thunder Gotti. And I was like, give me that guy.
He was great.
And I would bob and weave with Arturo Thunder Gotti like nothing else.
There's some good YouTube videos that kind of dive into his career. I'll send to you because he's a great story in boxing.
Recently passed away.
Yeah.
I
believe there's a Mark Wahlberg movie loosely based on his life, if I remember correctly. I might be mixing that one up though.
I'm sure you're accurate.
I think it is.
That was Mickey Ward.
It was Mickey. You're right.
But also had flavors from Arturo Thunder Gotti. As far as I'm concerned.
If it's Boston, it's Arturo.
But yeah, I was not great at Call of Duty. Always good at sports games.
What's the DI? This is some Amazon stat shit that I'm like, what are they telling me right now? 2 is great at it. That's all I know.
Lowest difficulties?
Defensive
difficulty index?
Quarterback difficulty index. Look at how happy this guy is, dude.
Why wouldn't you be?
He's ecstatic.
Look at how small that football looks in his arm.
I feel so good. Look at it. He's looking up at his feet, dude.
It looks like me holding this youth
yes!
AP. What a game.
Dude, this game's making me believe in the Raiders.
I think
it's dangerously convincing.
They're going to be 6-8 after this game, still in playoff contention.
Mm-hmm.
Easily well within playoff contention. Kick is away, and the kick is into the end zone.
But what a difference between this game last week against Minnesota versus this week with the Chargers. Is the Minnesota defense just that much better than the Chargers defense? What is happening tonight?
I think these are just games you're going to get from bad football teams sometimes.
That's fair.
Did
they start the same little prepubescent Mexican kid in the last game, or?
Yep.
Were they waiting for him to turn 18 so he could legally start this week?
Nope, that's just their starting quarterback. It'll be handoff to Spiller. He'll get munched up quickly by number 69 for a nice tackle for a loss.
Awesome knee injury for a lineman. That's what you want to see right before Christmas.
Well, it's easy to find some ice for your new ACL reconstruction.
Absolutely.
This time of year. I wonder what Kaylee Herding is saying right now to the broadcast.
Something informative and insightful.
I'm sure.
That's never a good sign.
That's what we were referring to earlier.
Well, I knew he was down, but it seems like he's extra down.
He is extra down.
They'll be doing a Lockman test here in just a second.
Lockman's test is an ACL test. It's a special test.
What do you think about the hoodie with the sport coat over it?
I don't like it.
Not a fan.
I think it's bad.
And that's why
I don't like it.
Became seeking employment.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like it. If you're gonna wear a hoodie under a sports jacket, just wear nothing under a sports jacket.
Mm-hmm. Nips
just
out.
Nips out. Let the chest hair fly.
Yeah, if he's got that good of a beard, he's got to have a good patch of chest hair.
And if you're gonna be a douche, just commit to being a douche.
Yes, yeah. Don't half-ass your douchery.
Yeah. at least do douchery ironically instead of like the cool way.
Absolutely.
Is my thought.
I think that's just
Full ass
Irrational.
douchery.
Yeah. Yeah, you never want to be caught being an unironic douche. You always want to be an ironic douche,
always.
which is why I own pit vipers. and this outfit.
It's ironic. It's ironic that he thinks he's doing it ironically.
yeah, exactly.
No, dude, Jamie's cool.
No, I'm not cool. Don't try and trick me,
No,
Kyle
you're
Lambert.
Cool.
I'm not cool.
Cooler
I
than
don't know.
the other side of the
Everyone
court.
I know that's cool definitely dresses up like Snape and does football commentary.
Sam, you're right. I am cool.
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah, dude.
I forgot how cool I was.
Extreme Snape now.
Yeah, why don't Harry Potter characters wear sunglasses? You never
'Cause
see a Harry Potter
Because there's
character.
no sun in England.
Ooh.
But they have like you're right. They don't
London
have
fog.
umbrellas. They don't have, which is because wizards should have umbrellas, right?
They
Because
just
Mary
have
Poppins.
raincoats and jumpers.
I feel like there'd be like a spell that would just make things shady. But I think his point of it just not being sunny in England is right.
That's probably what it is. Because I can't remember a game
Oh,
of
he's
Quidditch.
getting all the way wheeled off.
Oh yeah, he's not in great shape, and that is an
And he looks
electric
in
vehicle.
pain.
Electric vehicle drink. It's not
Nice.
gas. It's not a gator.
No.
You like to see it.
You love to see it, and we love to see electrical vehicles
It was
being.
Will Clapp.
Yeah, wasn't it a few weeks ago somebody got injured and everybody was like making a big stir because they didn't give him like a wheel off? They made him walk off.
It was
Probably.
a quarterback. I think it was Trevor Lawrence, and he
It was
chose
Trevor
to, he
Lawrence, yeah.
chose to do that.
Yeah, because he's tough. He's a tough young lad.
He said he got to the tunnel. He's like, damn, I didn't
Screen
know. it was
pass.
gonna
It's pick six. Obvious screen pass to Eckler. Pick six for Jones, and that's going to be
my God.
over 60 points in an NFL game.
Go for the record. Go for the record, please.
So the Dolphins scored 70 points this year. The record 71 or 72 in the NFL.
I think it was 72 is the record, and then the Dolphins score 70.
They
Yeah.
got 69. They didn't go for the record because they're good sports.
If I know the Raiders, are the Raiders good sports?
No.
Never
No.
that I've known of.
And now is the time to be Las Vegas legends and try and put up 90 points in a game of football.
Yeah.
You're 5-8. You're playing a 5-8 team. Staley, you're going to shake his hand after the game if you want to. He's not going to be a coach in the NFL for the rest of his
very
life.
long.
You're probably also not going to be a coach for the rest of your life as a head coach, AP, right?
I'm all for it because I want to see Devontae Adams get more points.
So let's, and you have a backup quarterback in. You have Aiden O'Connell in, who all he wants to do is put up good film.
Mm-hmm.
And this team,
He's
all
looking
they
for
want to do is
a
put up
starting
good
job.
film. And worst case scenario, this is a linchpin to your success in a Super Bowl run. Best case scenario, you're going to put some good film on your players' team.
Crosby. The face says it all, man.
I can't wait to watch the mic'd up for for this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a hot one for sure.
63-7. And we're going to need a kickoff here. It's 14 minutes and 31 seconds
That's
left in the fourth
basically
quarter.
an entire quarter to play, guys.
And you would like to see the Raiders put in their backups, but everyone who's playing
Is already backing up, yeah.
is a backup. I love this game. I'm having the most fun of my life.
This is the best Thursday night game that we've recorded so far.
Literally.
100%.
Literally by far. Kick is up in the air, and it is through the back of the end zone. Do we need more beers, boys, or what? Like, we good?
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Yeah,
Well-
I'll keep working on this. Look at now. That's a happy Adams, dude.
That's a happy Adams.
That's a happy Adams.
We've seen a not happy Adams in the past, historically. He knows he's going to go catch balls for Aaron Rodgers in New York next year, or New Jersey rather, next year for the New York Jets. And he's winning this football game 63-7, which you have to enjoy. It's a handoff to Spiller, and he's going to munch up in the backfield. I'm looking. I mean, a lot of the secondary, I think, are first stringers for the Raiders. I'm not seeing a lot of starters on the defensive line out there for the Raiders. Would like to see Maxx Crosby out there. No, actually I wouldn't, because I have a bye in the first round of the playoffs in my Dynasty League where we have individual defensive players and Divine Diablo limping off the field. Gosh dang it. You see what happens when you sell your soul to the devil?
Yeah, dude. It's not so divine, is it?
Not so divine. Idiot.
Dude, blackface is wrong.
Change your last name.
That was excessive, bro. I get it. You got to get the sweat out of your eyes, but goddamn.
14:07 on the
That
clock.
looks like the face of somebody that is both like on the verge of making Weeblo and Boy Scouts and is definitely not coaching football next year.
Yeah, that guy maybe doesn't know how to run an offense, maybe knows how to tie a lot of good knots. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to get a merit badge for helping that old woman across the street, but he is not going to be helping anyone find the end zone in 2024.
And we're seeing prime insights for next week's Thursday game, the Saints against the Rams, which we promise, hey, going to be a great game.
That's going to be so much better than
So
this
much
game.
better than this game.
Guaranteed.
But you won't get the great, like, honestly, the Las Vegas wins and skyline shots. They got some cool, like, stuff
For
happening.
sure. Very colorful.
Spiller made a great juke on this play. I love that they're going to Spiller because they're like, all right, Austin Eckler and Josh Kelly, they obviously suck at football. So we're going to go to Spiller here
Yeah.
because obviously the running back is the problem.
Yeah, Eckler is not pulling his weight for this team. That's facts.
Well,
I actually think it's sad that people actually believe that.
oh, the A's are going to Vegas.
Are they playing inside the dome?
No.
Josh
They're
back
going
his
to
pass. Throws over the middle to Smart with two
First
T's.
down.
He's so smart, he catches it.
Dude,
And-
don't celebrate your first down right now. It's not a good
No, Miles.
This is not the
because-
time.
No, Miles, because this is when we see the start. Oh, look at the eye! Look at the eyeball. It's so
The
green.
sphere, dude, is
and
cool.
cool.
Energy Sphere.
The Monster Energy Sphere and the pyramid. Vegas is
Energy
cool. I
Pyramid.
would love to go see Vegas again.
I've been to Vegas twice. When I was 21, I stayed at the MGM Grand, and in 2020, I got to go in a really weird situation to try to film a reality television show, and I stayed at the Mandalay Bay.
Hell yeah.
The handoff is to Josh Kelly. And he's going to get a good fought 3 yards on the play. The only time I was in Vegas was when I was wrestling in college. We went to Vegas for a wrestling tournament. Our team sucked, and we didn't even party at all the night before, which is what I was pissed off about. Like, we were both disciplined and we sucked the day of the wrestling
Yeah, like
tournament.
it's like go out and party and get your ass whipped, or like don't party and win, but don't do the worst part of both of those plans.
The two guys, I'll finish this Vegas story in a second. It'll be handoff of the middle to Spiller, who's having a great game.
Spiller's making it like his night, at least, as much as anyone can on this.
He's got to be averaging over 3 yards a carry.
I mean,
which
Palmer's
is
feeling pretty good with that one touchdown reception for like 40, 50 yards or whatever it was, but still, Spiller's been the one that's put in the work.
super impressive. Maybe like 3.2 yards per carry this game so far. Awesome. Yeah, we went to a tournament. We wrestled there. We didn't do well. The only two wrestlers who did well lost all of their money in the casino the night before the
So did they throw the match so that they get their money back?
drops back to pass.
Come on, Raiders
Goes out
D.
to the right. He's going to slide down for a first down at the 50. Those two wrestlers were me and Trevor Marish. who got a butt tattoo of YOURNAME, your name, on his butt cheek.
Nice.
And a dolphin tattoo over his left titty the night after the match, or the morning after the match, rather.
Hell yeah. He had a fun time.
He did have a fun time. He also got cleared for concussion by the athletic trainer the morning of, which helped his consumption for the rest of the day. Stick drops back to pass, allegedly. Throws it out to a screen to Davis. He gets pretty easily
Leveled pretty hard.
taken care of as the money train run through the station.
Yeah, dude.
And those are just alleged Las Vegas stories that I have.
Well, nothing that happens in Vegas actually happens.
Yeah, none of that stuff actually happened. That's all just made up. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. There's, context to the story that makes it less impressive. But that's just the exaggerated story. Johnson on top of your screen, he is from TCU. He was their first round draft pick, and he stinks, He, not Justin Herbert, screens it to Eckler.
Again, gets some space.
Who doesn't seem to stink, and he's going to get a first down. And that's the type of stuff you're going to need to see.
Is that guy good at football? I can't remember. What round does he usually go in, fantasy-wise?
First round, late first round, mid-late first round.
Weird that they don't keep going to him.
I made a midway fantasy football recap of the draft, and I said that maybe we should be taking Eckler over Bijan Robinson. I don't know if that's true anymore. Hand off of the middle of the spiller, and he gets munched up.
We should go look and recap that fantasy draft we did mid-season. I'd be curious to see how we're both doing.
Oh, we're doing it, all right. So I think what that's going to be is going to be a after season special, like a best of.
Just look at the best ball situation.
It's going to be a what are we talking about award ceremony. So we're going to have like the best of the channel for the year after the season.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's going to be the thing. That's what we're going to do. Play action, Easton stick, throws it deep to the right. It's caught by Palmer.
Pulls it in again.
And that's what you're going to want to see if you're going to come back from 63-7.
In the
Yeah.
fourth quarter.
Yeah, those are the plays you're going to need to make approximately every 45 seconds.
There's a lot of time left, is what I'm saying.
Actually, it's not true. You're going to need to score about every 45 seconds, so you're going to need multiple of these. I am feeling a little bit better about Palmer still being on my team after that long stint on IR, though I did not play him tonight.
Nor should you. But Johnston, who doesn't know how to line up correctly, is lined up now. And he's going to go on a slant. It's going to be a pass for Erickson for a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
16.7 miles per hour, which is a good speed for that route. And that's a guy who's on the Chargers roster, number 92, Erickson.
If you had your phone, we can confirm that.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? But honestly, who cares? And now I'm really sweating out that minus 21.5 that I have.
Yeah.
What if the Chargers
somehow by a miracle score 40 points and still get blown out?
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm seriously concerned. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Chargers will have to go for an onside kick, and we are going to have to go for more beer for Miles. What do you want, Miles?
Good question. I think I'll go with one of those Reds.
The Reds?
Yeah, I'll go grab it. Do you want one?
No, I have to pee. Do you have to pee?
Oh, damn it. I had to pee too. I was going to pull that, but you go first. I'll
P2 move.
We'll have a...
Here.
Yeah. Hashtag P2. I will grab a beer for you, and I'll pee. And then you go ahead and grab a beer for me.
I love that.
And I'll pee.
Are
Okay, my favorite beer I'm going to grab for you.
We'll talk about whatever's happening here with this dragon on Disney. I have no idea. I'm honestly so Paxton Bailey. Shout out to Paxton, who is a regular on the show. He's very excited about this. I hated that first movie so much, and I wanted to like it. Is the thing. Like, it's not that I hate that sort of. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, like the Greek and Roman legends or whatever.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, But I just thought they did such a poor job of executing that movie.
Also a book series, right?
So it's all based on a book series that I have not read, admittedly, and the book's always
Lightning
better.
Thief.
But that Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief was just one of the worst movies that I've seen that I was excited about in a while. Maybe that's my fault for being a 38-year-old excited about a young adult novel. That should be an internal evaluation, not me judging the Disney Channel. I do hate the Disney Channel right now because when they do weird shit, like, for instance, I'm a fan of the Mighty Ducks series. So I love the movies, and I watched the Game Changer show, and it wasn't great, but it was watchable and somewhat enjoyable. I mean, like, if you like sports shows, it was worth a watch. That is completely pulled from the Disney Channel. You can now not watch that. So there is zero, like, if I was, like, convincing you right now that you're like, hey, I like the Mighty Ducks, maybe I should give that a try. Fuck you, you can't. That's the Disney Channel. It's the worst.
It's going to start happening more and more as everything's gone to streaming.
It's kind of scary, dude. Like, the whole concept of lost media in general is really weird. Like, I think it's fascinating to look back at some of the stuff that, like, we know exists but just didn't, like, get recorded. And you're right. Like, now it's not a matter of it didn't get recorded. It's a matter of somebody holds it behind a, like, vault that you can't access.
Isn't that what the whole point of the Warner Brothers vault was, though? Was getting access it? Because it had Bugs Bunny doing things in it?
I'm not quite sure, certain what you're referring to. I know that Warner Brothers is pissing off a lot of people recently because they've been literally not releasing movies because they can make more from the movie as a tax write-off than they would if they didn't release it.
And I'm convinced it's not true. I think that is a higher-up thing in the organization. It's people that are going to need to be fired, that they're making those decisions.
So why would they not release that film if it wasn't for tax purposes?
Because they have poor leadership.
I mean, I think both those things can be true simultaneously.
Yeah.
Though.
And that's what I think.
That's fair. They definitely had poor leadership. Making the decision not to release the Batwoman movie, after it's finished, like, is crazy.
That was a great pass to Devontae Adams, gained a 5 on the play. 8:24 on the clock.
There is still technically 8.5 minutes of football left, guys. That's a thing that you will get to experience with us right now.
Most points after being shut out in previous game.
We are about to break a 1934 record, guys.
Las Vegas Raiders 63, Philadelphia Eagles 64. So if
going back to the 1930s,
if the Raiders can score a safety,
literally
or better,
any point scored at this point
by Aiden O'Connell. Quick
not
pass.
Like that though. Not like that.
Out to the left to Hunter Renfrow, who's a white man. He can't catch it. Surprise, surprise.
I will say, while Aiden O'Connell has done pretty well tonight, it seems, that seemed like an opportunity right there where he had a lot of field just to make a quick 5 to 8 yard run, take a slide, and get on with the next play.
20 for 34, 248 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's a lot. A lot of touchdowns.
He's having a hell of a game.
Austin Hooper not having a great game. He's lined up at tight end. It'll be a handoff to Amir Abdullah, and he'll get stopped short.
They're going to get stuffed a little bit shy, which sounds like a half year, unfortunately.
Dang it. We want to see – what was the record?
We want records. It's literally one more point, 64
What was it?
points.
What was the record?
That's after being shut out in the previous game.
Really?
And we know that the all-time record is in the low 70s, so they're really just a couple of touchdowns away from putting up 2 records.
Yeah.
That's a commitment to a look right there. Merry Christmas, weird metal face.
Some commitments aren't worth making.
Got to go for 2 if you're the Las Vegas Raiders. We're in Vegas, right? Kick is up in the air. The punt is going to be caught around the 20-yard line. Lots of time to return it. He'll get 25 to the 30 to the 40 to the 50, and he's gone. 40, 30, 20.
There's a flag down, I think
10,
it's on.
Touchdown. There's a flag on the play. That's probably going to... come into
really
the situation. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This game is good. Huh? Just what we thought it was going to be. And it's definitely on the Chargers, and it's not going to be a touchdown.
This is pretty nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you don't want to score too many.
No. That was important. You had to do
So, yeah. That's probably.
I mean, to be fair, that did actually feel like a game-changing penalty where that guy would have at least had a shot at tripping him up.
That's probably a good call. Those Raiders cheerleaders look great in the all black.
That's the highlight of the game tonight. for
Honestly, the cheerleaders' outfits
that. Stole
are
the show.
unbelievable. Like they're perfect. They're perfect in every way.
They're simple but still sexy and classy but still hot.
And Christmas,
And Christmas.
which is really the most
Which is
important part
in
about
December what you're shooting for.
them. I agree. Do you think I got him a JCPenney?
Those Santa outfits?
Mhm.
No, dude, they would be down to at least past the knees if they were sold at JCPenney's.
Mm.
JCPenney's is a great place for weird knickknacks and a cool catalog of stuff that you don't need. But like, if you're actually trying to get like hot lingerie looking cheerleader stuff, that's gonna be a different department store.
Okay. At the mall?
I think Macy's would probably cover.
Okay.
And by cover, I mean not cover.
Yes. JCPenney's covers as well as Bill Belichick in his prime.
In his prime, dude. That's a statement.
So not recently.
No. Lately Bill Belichick has been covering like Victoria's Secret. Or Sarah's Secret, right?
Sarah's Secret.
And now we're watching a commercial where there's science happening and math happening. If I had to guess,
Science and math, dude.
and Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff.
Look at that
I
orb.
really want to go to the Sphere.
Orb
dude.
drink. Taylor Swift.
I saw the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie on A Really Good Attitude at the movie theaters live. And man, that was life changing.
I would love to see Taylor Swift when I'm in a really good attitude. You know, that's really when you want to see Taylor Swift.
Bro,
Can we do that
she
tonight?
is very talented.
Yes,
I
on this
almost bought
TV
them.
we have a
Do
great
you have them?
speaker and a
I don't know.
subwoofer. Easton Stick is going to throw it away, and they can still come back to cover the 21.5 points that I bet them live. Sam Schwarzenstein.
Overproducing, baby. I love it.
Well, you got to get that guy his FaceTime. QEDI,
Oh, he's at
which
the
is
game.
a stat that we have not determined what it means.
I couldn't even Googling it. Couldn't even
figure it out.
No.
So,
Amazon really loves to make up some stats. That's what we know.
they sure do, and I'm sure all the stats that they have, they're so good that they're ultra predictive of the future. Like they literally know what's going to happen in the future. You make a lot of money betting on the Amazon stats, the analytics. Like it's very easy to make money off of that because they're so good, right?
They're
They're
the
so
most profitable company in the world. Why would they not make you money?
Yeah, they're so good. You should definitely listen to everything they say and bet on their analytics because that is why
we watch sports.
they're important. It's going to be a pass
Palmer
to
with another
Palmer.
first down.
First down.
I watch sports because I like to be told what's about to happen.
I will say I am regretting not playing Palmer tonight. That feels like a mistake.
After watching this game, I do feel like I am regretting all of my previous life choices.
I'm surprised it took you to this game to realize that.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to be a Browns fan or a Lions fan? I have jerseys for you.
Cardinals.
Don't be.
St.
I
Louis?
mean, yeah, honestly, be a Cardinals fan, dude.
St. Louis?
Rams.
No, St. Louis Cardinals.
Hand
Yeah.
off up the middle. To
They
Kelly.
actually outrank the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL, believe it or
They
not.
should.
The Cardinals are the 33rd best team in the NFL.
Cardinals aren't mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Arizona Cardinals actually used to be in St. Louis too.
And they have Kyler Murray, who stinks. Kyler Murray's really bad. There is Darth Vader. 5:08 on the clock. Thank God. I mean, I love hanging out with you guys, but would really prefer
But
to
I
be
really don't want to miss the showing at Die Hard.
Hand up the middle to Josh Kelly, who seems like the best running back on the team. He's going to go out of bounds after a gain of 12.
Clock is ticking. I'm disappointed that it feels like the Raiders breaking the record is becoming increasingly out of hand, and I just think there's something wrong about that. I almost feel like if I were the Raiders at this point, I'd be going for it on 4th down just because, why not?
Yeah, you go for 2.
This point, your only goal is to set an absurd amount of points as a record.
Try and put up 71.
Let them try to catch up if they want to.
Or a pick 6.
That'd be sick. I hope so.
Yeah.
A pick 6 would be fantastic.
You already
defense is
have
going to put up 50 points tonight.
Easton Stick drops back to pass, throws to the left. It'll be to
Big fumble.
Everett, and he's going to get taken down after a gain of 1 1/4. Yeah. You started your backup quarterback for the game. You have the right to run up the score. Everyone understands you're the Las Vegas Raiders. You are already the bad guys. Your fans stab people. So let's not pretend like you're, good conscious organization. Let's try and put up 80. Let's try and put up 80 against this horrible Chargers team is what I'm saying. Easton Stick in shotgun.
Oh.
And there's going to be a flag.
Probably a false start.
That felt like the offense on that one.
If I had to guess, it's going to be a false start. Referees are really taking their time. Oh, it's a neutral zone infraction on the defense. Wow.
This could be a game changer.
This could be the start. This could be the catalyst to the Chargers coming back.
Something new.
From 63 to 14, which is, an interesting point differential.
It's a big one, that's for sure, yeah. I hope nobody was betting to cover a 50-point spread tonight because they're going to be real sad right now.
Johnson in the bottom of your screen, they don't even think about going to him. Instead, they pitch it out to the left. That's Spiller again, who's having a real mediocre game. A fabulously mediocre game. But you know what he does? He goes down inbounds and the clock's running.
I mean, are you playing to win at this point? Are you playing to get this over while not pretending like you're giving up? That's what I feel like you're playing for at this point.
I agree. How committed to excellence are you? Hand off to Spiller again. Speaking of committed to excellence, he's going to run.
Are they going to give this man a touchdown? Is that what's going to happen right here?
For a gain of 5.
They've got to.
Oh, he's getting up kind of slowly. Maybe Eckler's going to have to come in.
Well, we sure hope not.
You'll have to excuse me while I go purchase Die Hard tickets.
Please do.
Mm-hmm. If anything, hopefully we could get Josh Kelly in there.
Use promo code. What are we talking about with Jamie Jakes?
It'll actually charge you 10% more.
Yeah.
And this is a football show. So the Browns are
The Browns.
first place in the wild card. They could beat the Jags. All of their tackles are currently getting knee surgery, so that's not good. The Lions, CJ Gardner-Johnson, activated off of IR, designated to return, which is really good news for that Lions defense who stinks. Could really use a safety on that team who can stop the run. So that's good news for the Lions. Maybe the Lions could win the Super Bowl this year still with CJ GJ. Who can't win the Super Bowl is the Chargers, but they can score a touchdown here. And it'll be a handoff up the middle, and Spiller is going to lose a half a yard on the play. But you know who's not going to lose a half a yard is John McClain.
He's got a machine gun.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
2:47 on the clock. I love John McClane. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's a good choice.
Snap is away.
You think Harry Potter's are Christmas
Johnston
The
touchdown.
first one for sure.
movies? The first two for me are like Christmas
yeah,
staples.
exactly. You're right. Yeah,
They're kind of Christmas and Halloween, the Harry Potters.
yeah, they kind of weirdly cross that.
They're kind of
threshold.
great year round, but also themed. I don't know. The first two specifically.
We had Harry Potter on earlier today on this big
Was this before or after Hard Knocks?
75-inch TV before.
Wow.
Extra point is good.
How are the Dolphins doing? How's morale after the loss?
We don't know.
Still catching up.
We watched the first episode today because Miles talked Natalie into being into Mike McDaniel.
Nice.
Which
I love that.
was a cool thing that Miles did for me. I'm just trying to introduce Natalie into the trash reality TV show that
There's
is
four of us, right?
that is the NFL,
Four
right?
of us, yes.
I think Natalie was
What?
saying she was going.
We're all four going, yes.
You probably have to check that with Natalie.
Natalie, you still in for Die Hard?
Yep.
No. But you're in? Well, I'm buying tickets right now, so I need to know yay or nay. That's
She's wanting to
problematic for
decide
you.
now. That's probably for you. Natalie
I have to run
Ruffles.
to my car to get another ticket, so you have a couple minutes to decide. I'll be right back.
Miles has free tickets because he works with Alamo Draft House in Dallas, Texas. These are the situations that you run into when you're a
Big
stand-up
life
This could be
decisions
you.
have to make.
when you're a stand-up comedian, when you're a big-time stand-up comedian who hosts shows at the Alamo Draft House in Dallas. Natalie, what do you think? Literally no one's watching, so you can say whatever you want. 0 seconds. It doesn't matter. 63 to 21.
The game was over before halftime.
Do you want to showcase our Bucky's football fumble?
What about your star
Incomplete
receiver?
pass.
It's definitely Boston. Look, Boston will catch it.
Incorrect. It'll be a handoff up the middle. It'll break one tackle and it'll gain 7 before he's taken down. There's 29
definitely didn't
seconds
wanna
and
get
2
the
minutes
laptop.
in the time.
I hit both of you guys.
You hit me in the head. I'm going to the movie theaters like Professor
I'm
Snape.
bringing Boston.
Nice.
I don't give a fuck, but like if you get kicked out, I'm not going with you. I'm not doing
Actually,
this
Miles
stupid.
Francis brought me here.
They literally will have like they'll be like who?
We know your name carries water.
He works for your Irving theater, all right? The better one. No, we're going to tell him the Irving one.
That's fair. It's Las Colinas to be fair, but yeah, same
Is
concept.
it though?
That's what they claim.
Or do they all just prefer to call themselves one?
That's what they claim.
You're a dog.
JC Penney's drink.
Wait, JC Penney's is a drink?
Mhm.
Why is that?
Because
Because it's 55 to 7.
because they cover.
Well, that makes sense.
I know random.
Yeah,
the
football.
Amazon production isn't even paying attention anymore. It'll be a handoff of the middle. It'll be
Are any of these plays happening?
I don't know. I think we're watching the 2021 Week 18 highlights.
Well,
I don't know why. It's a production choice that we're not in control of.
Oh, good for you. 50-60 ideal.
So that guy's going to be fired in the left hand of the screen, right? Probably after this game, right?
you would hope.
Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
Do you hope?
You dig it? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the rest.
I don't know. It's Christmas.
Is it? It's the 14th.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
11 days from Christmas.
Well,
10 days from Christmas.
How do you know,
middle of
Art?
the white. Third and short. I'd fire him
Yeah. I mean, there's good reason.
if I owned the team. If I was a billionaire, I'd fire him.
Well, here's the thing: is the Spanos regime doesn't exactly like to make the good decisions.
Maybe
A
that's
little
part
bit
of
of why they are where they are.
Yeah,
where
it
they
feels
are
like
right
that's
now.
part of the problem.
Yep.
At the moment.
Tragic.
I would like to see him. I would have, if I was a Chargers fan, I would like to see him get fired a long time ago. But after this game, I would say maybe that should happen. Maybe that should happen before the game ends. You know,
Like Richard Sherman said in the halftime show, don't let him come back out to the sideline.
yeah, it's 63-21. Richard Sherman did say that. He did say
It was
that. He
pretty
was
great.
like, I mean, this is an unprecedented take, but to be fair to Richard Sherman,
Make history.
this is an unprecedented situation. It is 63-21 currently, even though the Chargers have a 3-3 away record. Aiden O'Connell. I mean, he's a great young lad. He's great at football. But Jeepers Creepers, Chargers kick us up in the air. And man, look at the stands. Everyone's gone.
I was really disappointed we didn't get to see him break that 30s ass record.
Yeah. Well, maybe we will. We need a pick six.
Pick six. Or fumble.
Yeah. Well, it needs to be a touchdown. It can't be a safety. Right.
They wouldn't go for the field goal, which
No.
they should.
They'll
But they
take a
probably
knee.
don't.
Well, I mean, it's the Raiders, right?
It's true. Not
If-
exactly known for their sportsmanship.
Interim head coach. You don't need to be a good sport. You can turn up the volume, go for a Hail Mary. But we're really hoping for a touchdown here, but it's going to be a handoff to Spiller. And it is to the left, and he's going to not fumble. He's going to get taken down after a gain of 4. And that's going to take us to the end of the game. You can follow Miles Francis at Mr. Most Days Off on X or whatever, Instagram, everything else. Kyle Aaron Thomas Show. Kyle Aaron Thomas Show.
Cats.
Kyle Aaron Thomas Show.
Also cat.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Do you have anything
Always
to
a
tell the
pleasure.
audience?
Tune in next week. The Rams Saints will be a great game, everybody.
Are you going to come here for the Thursday night next week?
Might be doing Mike's next Thursday.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll be a great game. Always a great production. Always great to do this with you. Always a good time. Even when you're watching your favorite team get blown out by their rival, 63-21.
Well, congratulations. Mr. Most Days Off has a show coming up that you're going to want to see in Dallas, Fort Worth. He also has a show with me next Thursday in the Arlington area. I will be Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He will be a different Christmas character. Do you remember what he is?
Not in the
Scrooge.
slightest. That makes
Scrooge.
sense.
He's gonna be Scrooge, and that'll definitely happen if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If not, subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Leave a comment. We will be live for Saturday night Lions game. We will be live for Sunday for the Cowboys game.
Christmas Eve.
We will be live Monday for whatever game that is.
Wait, is that this weekend or
Nope.
next weekend?
Next weekend. We'll be live for a lot of Christmas stuff. So, guys, thank you. Please subscribe. Go Slytherin.